You know, it's one thing to be a lol cow. Like I genuinely feel bad for guys like Review Tech or like DSP or Wings of Redemption. Um, they all kind of follow the same arc where like eventually the troll channels start getting as much or more videos than or views than they even get. Even like Boogie's kind of headed down this path. It's really sad.
Interesting. Big if true. I mean, Jeremy would be the guy. Jeremy would be the guy, the big if true guy, would he right not be? How's it going, lads? We've got a big crash out for you today from Jeremy of the Quartering. I guess he had too much leftover eggnog that's gone bad and he was drinking it over Easter because he got like full of liquid courage over the weekend and he was claiming that he was going to show receipts. Show me the receipts, as Jeremy would say. He's all about the receipts and he was going to post them, happy to post them. But then something happened. Delete, 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 delete. Everything disappeared. And now his channel's under attack. His wife's under attack. Well, I mean, her womb's under attack by the bull, as we're going to find out. And he is now claiming that he's going to dox. He's going to deplatform. He's going to take it like no mercy. He's going mask off. It's dark Quartering. Dark like the Walmart bathroom after he's finished with it. But first of all, we give 5 gifted subs from Moister Use. I don't know sure what you say there. And Harada with a 50 Corona. Much appreciated support for the beginning of the stream. All right, let's get into it. There's like, look at these fucking tabs. Okay, there's I'm going to try and keep this as coherent as possible, but I'll probably be rambling a lot because it's been an absolute shit show over the last, I say 12 or so hours. Right, but good question here. Are we dealing with another Rekieta? Well, yes. Are we dealing with another Matt Boulder Boy? Jarbo? Yes. I mean, it's Jarbova, because even Jarbo is commenting on the Quartering and poking fun. Everybody's getting their pound of flesh. I mean, Jeremy does have a lot to go around, so makes sense, right? All right, so I guess we'll start at the beginning. What a novel concept. I'll try and have I've got my folders like fucking full now. All right, so this is kind of where it begins. Is that Jeremy got liquored up, and then he decided that it was time to post DMs. Now, Jeremy actually has a history of saying that showing DMs is a bad move. It's rude. He was very upset when Lord Sargon had his DMs exposed because he was lying about Andy Warski. I mean, I think that you really shouldn't share DMs, but if it gets to the point where you have no option but to show people how they're manipulating you in the shadows or lying about you, then you really have no choice. But anyway, Jeremy got liquored up and he said, "Hey, casino kids, I've been asking your hero for like 6 months for a debate/conversation, and he's too afraid to respond." And this was like a big thread, so I'm going to try and summarize a bit of it, because there is a lot to get through today. But the thing is, Jeremy wants things to, like, he seems to think that he's like the king. He wants to be the big cheese. I mean, I guess he's from Wisconsin. And he thought that he had this some sort of ability to just go onto somebody else's platform and tell his story with his lies and his receipts that he's going to edit. The deal was always that if he went on Caleb Hammer, or if he had a third party like Josh Moon or like some sort of auditor check out his receipts to see if he was lying about his finances, because Jeremy's always saying that he's about to go broke, that he can't afford to pay Melanie Mack, he can't afford to play for Hannah Claire, and that they're literally going to be out on the street unless you, the audience, gives money. He can't go to Amfest unless you, the audience, pays $15,000. But then he's building a car wash. He's building a lift for his Cybertruck. He's buying another watch. He's building dirt racetracks. All of this garbage. So what is it? Is he poor or is he rich? Nobody knows. So this is what the criticism he's been receiving for maybe the last 6 months has been mostly. Is like, what is it going to be? Why are you pretending to be poor to beg? Why are you pretending to be rich to flex? And why are you being so weird and creeping on your female co-hosts? It seems that he has this history where he's just cucking out and giving all this money to these women that aren't going to fucking touch him with a 10-foot clown pole. Trucker Rob, with a 2, says, "This man interrupted my drive. Shameful." Base Trucker Rob, big supporter of the show, and a base trucker, someone with a real job, in the chat. So anyway, Jeremy started to share the DMs, and then he started to try and tag in Josh. "Hey, Josh of the Kiwi Farms, post it, and with all proceeds going to his legal defense fund." But that wasn't enough, because he started to back out. He was happy to share. This is Jeremy live. PPP is mostly after your financials. Depending on the day, you're either loaded and offering to give random causes thousands of dollars or at risk of financial collapse and threatening to fire Hannah Claire. It's tax season. Got your 1099s itemized? Well, 1099s and itemizations. Jeremy said happy to share. So he's completely fine with showing his taxes. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, no fear. He's happy. This is when he's still loaded up on the grog, the bucket of rum from Wisconsin or whatever the fuck he drinks. Terrence says to him, the last 7 years of tax data alongside bank transaction records. Let the audit commence. Sure. Anytime they are ready. Ring it up. Tagging in PPP and Andy Warski. So it seems like there's no problem with showing anything. But then something happened. Oh, wait, that's not that one. He started to delete everything. And this was happening live because I've been working on a project recently. And I don't watch the Kino Casino as much as I used to. I watch more the clip channel. It's like it's more succinct for my like if I go to the gym for an hour, then a good 1 hour quartering clip is good entertainment. But I don't have time to do the 8-hour days. I mean, I can barely do a couple of hours of my stream. I'm like gassing out by like 2-hour mark. I don't have that stamina those boys have over there. But he started deleting all the comments and all of the receipts that he was going to post, his receipts. And then he said, first, I'll be coming for your YouTube, which is in a violation of ban evasion. Oh, wait, this is the wrong one, actually, but never mind. I'll keep reading it. Easy takedown. Next, it'll be your kick. I literally begged you to be reasonable. I tried everything. You chose this. All I wanted was to let you guys dunk on me. And this is allegedly because of, well, the bull got exposed. Jeremy's got a best friend neighbor who he invites to come over, and he wants to see his wife's big old boobies, and she's like a cleaning woman as well, even though his friend is rich. It turns out that this guy was a big-time scumbag. He's got police records, and he's been a mod. He's got an open public Reddit account and everything. And the boys at the Kino Casino were covering this. Jeremy got very upset. Like, apparently he was totally fine with all the criticism, even though he's been crashing out for the last 6 months, going on drunken rambling spree on his card show. Let's open a pack of Pokemon. By the way, I hate Andy Warski, that fucking rat. Yeah, that's cemented. That'll really revitalize the old unsleeved media. Great acronym for that. I wonder if I can find the proper one. I kind of goofed the intro, but in between all of this, Kino Casino's latest video covering Jeremy had been taken down for violating YouTube's terms of harassment and bullying. Jeremy is a FLAGGOT ? Attached is a thumbnail. Now, I believe Return of the Mac and Cheese came up. Let me see. We've got to get the deets here. Is it this one? Here it is. So Return of the Mac and Cheese, the number one in the Jeremy A logging scene on the Kiwi farm, says, I don't know if this has been gone over yet. Well, it had. The Jeremy thread is, I think, up to 1,000 pages at this point, which is pretty funny. But it was taken down to personal identifiable information policy. Now, the special thing about this is that if you get one of these like privacy complaint takedowns, if you like take someone down for a copyright strike or infringing something like that, it usually says taken down by so and so media, or if it's just a person, just the person's name, so you can actually find out who took it down. Now, in the case of privacy complaints and bullying and harassment, it doesn't show this to protect the person that's claiming that this is they're being harassed, that they're under attack. But unironically, the Kino Casino clip channel is under attack. But there's an important detail here. Reporting a video for this particular infraction requires you to submit a form to YouTube proving that you are the person whose information is being violated, or an authorized legal representative of that person. So it has to be one person that appeared at or around this timestamp, which limits the culprits in this story to 2 people. I guess 3. I guess you could include Quartering's wife, but I think she's pretty busy on Monkey Island. But this basically limits the possibilities of the suspects down to 2 people. Jeremy, the Quartering, Jeremy Ham Planet, or the Bull. Now, the Bull, I think, would be a very reasonable conclusion. And that was my first assumption, because the Bull had decided to delete fucking everything. The classic move after all of your information's been archived already, just delete everything because then no one will know. There's certainly no copies on the internet. Nobody cares about the internet. Nobody's archived everything. But I thought, like, well, it could be Jeremy. It could be the other guy. But as we'll see, it's more and more likely that it honestly was the Quartering, because of just how adamantly and just how, I guess we'll say it, what are we, 9 minutes into the show? That should be fine. Retarded Quartering's defense is. Let's see if there's anything interesting down in this part of this thing. This is Jeremy's boulder stream moment. He 100% called the bull and encouraged him to flag down the video. Very, very much a possibility. All right, let me see if I can find this through all this garbage of tabs that I have. Because the one that I was, the tweet that I was missing, this is a fun one, by the way. We'll watch this in a second, or as it comes up. I guess we'll go to the PPP tweet. So this is the first moment that PPP tweeted. And by the way, the video is back up. They won the appeal. The quartering and his bull are desperate to hide the bull's criminal history. They have flagged down our video exposing his domestic abuse issues and other criminal conviction. Jeremy Hambly of Wisconsin is scared to death that the truth is coming out and will do anything to hide it. Now, let me be careful with these scrolls here. You never know. He goes on to say, this is our second video that they have flagged down in the last 24 hours. Now, if you recall your YouTube basic history class, by the way, happy Easter. I guess it's Easter Monday. If you get 3 strikes in like a certain period, typically before you have a chance to respond to them, it can completely vaporize a channel. And many channels have been taken down this way through fraudulent strikes. But this is the second one. So this is like they're on shaky territory. Now, good thing they won the appeal on this and they actioned it very quickly. Jeremy can play stupid that this isn't out of his camp, but he's been spiraling drunk for nearly 48 hours straight on Twitter. Well, that sounds like a fun Easter, painting some Easter eggs while your wife's getting her eggs painted by some guy upstairs, as they say. And it all began when we mentioned that his friend, the bull's criminal past. Yes, happy Easter, happy Easter. Just to clarify, all the clips shows is me reading out the history of criminal convictions, which is publicly available online. I mean, this is literally nothing wrong than just doing a lawsuit show, right? Jeremy invites a criminal who openly sex swings on the internet into his home to hot tub with him and his wife. He wants this silent at all costs. And this guy was a real creep, by the way. Like he had a Reddit account, which automatically makes him a creep. But he was actually in the Redditing Wisconsin Bulls wife swap cuck corner disc, or I guess Reddits, where he's talking about getting guys to push down their heads or push down their wife's heads on his cock. And Jeremy invites this guy over and he's like, yeah, can't wait to see your wife's big old titties bouncing in the hot tub. Yeah, that sounds like a perfectly reasonable friendship. Now, the quartering said, after Andy posted out as well, quartering has admitted to flagging us. So Jeremy's first one was says, if I actually wanted to get them banned, easy. I don't want that. But clearly he does. I want to ridicule. I want their ridicule. It's funny. And they're good at what they do. I don't think it's crazy to ask them to leave my wife alone. Keep my wife's name out your lips. Keep my wife's boyfriend out of your lips. Their YouTube channel is literally a walking TOS violation ran by a ban evader. Now, this is not true, as Andy Warski's YouTube channel was reinstated, I think, several months ago, which means he is technically no longer a ban evader. The quartering responds to this saying, I have shown unrefuted video evidence that I have not in fact flagged you, and now that you have continued to lie about me, Andy, I'll go ahead and take everything you have. Oh my goodness, it's so scary. I have given you clowns plenty of runway, both publicly and privately. Enough is enough. Too bad. I liked you. I'm sorry, Andy Warski. I liked you. I was going to kill you last. There we go. This is when he starts to like completely rewrite the narrative. Now, what was the irrefutable evidence that, let me see, do I have this in this folder? Oh no, wait, here's the tweet that I missed. So after he deleted all his tweets and started coping to Josh said, you rejected everything that PPP was asking for. He is not willing to talk without financial audit because Jeremy wanted to show up anytime with just some screenshots that he had selectively edited, which he reversed on since last night for some reason. Well, obviously because of alcohol. Let's be honest here. The only reason I'm even responding to this is to say that you said last night you would do it. PPP, a random Canadian, only considered stop spreading slanderous lies about my wife, my friends, and my family if I gave him 7 years worth of tax forms. Again, a random fucking nobody. Well, if he's a random fucking nobody, why is he so influential? Why is his show so much popular and profitable than yours? They demanded my tax forms in order to even consider stopping harassing my family and friends. Fuck him. Well, he was perfectly fine. He was perfectly fine with the tax forms last night. Where did that courage go, Jer? I will, however, stand by my promise to help. Help how I can with a legal fight Kiwi Farms is mired in, regardless of the bullshit. Oh, so very generous, so very generous. Speaking of generous, is Rob Lawrence with one sub. That's 3 subs, I guess. Very good, very good. All right, now where's that evidence that I was talking about? I know it's on my Twitter, but I try not. All right, I'll just go to my one. Let me see. Where is that? Where is the irrefutable evidence? I think if we go to, yeah, I think it's one of my most recent ones. And this is the stupidest fucking thing that I've seen in a while. And this is why, like, originally I thought that maybe it was just the bull that was copyright striking them. But wait, where is it? Surely it's here somewhere. I know I had this. Oh my goodness, where is it? Oh, god damn it! Do I not have the picture? Hold on, people are messaging me a lot of shit. There we go. Yes, I know that's a good picture to have. Bear with us for just a second. Bear with us. Oh, here it is. I should have labeled these better. That's the problem. I need a new fucking label maker. All right, here we go. All right, here's the irrefutable evidence that the quartering did not strike down the Keno Casino clip channel. Which, by the way, which is pretty stupid because they do make a lot of money on that clip channel, but they're just going to go hard on you on Kick even more, and it's just going to turn out to be an absolute win for them. Like, it's like you're buying them another lobster dinner over here. But all right, so this is Jeremy's irrefutable evidence. He says, nope, wasn't me. And he showed his report history for the quartering channel. This is it. This is the evidence. This is why Jeremy could not possibly have done anything, is because he showed the report history of one channel. Anyone with half a fucking brain knows that that Jeremy of the Quartering has 50 fucking channels that he could have reported it from. And second of all, you can just create a new channel to report and flag people from. Like, this is absolutely boulder brained, because this is how, like, Ralph and Andy caught Matt Jarbo with, for some reason, tricking him into showing his report history tab where all the evidence was laid bare. Look at those fucking tabs, as it was. So Jeremy thought that this would be the old classic that he could use to get back into the good graces of the internet. But it's not working because nobody's taking the bait. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's full of this. And everyone's kind of getting their pound of flesh. It's very funny. It's very funny. We've got Billy Mitchell. Let's have a look at some of the people weighing in. The quarter pounder is losing his mind lately. Very true. Oh, it was Zidane, not Ralph. All right, there you go. I missed Zidane. What happened to him? Lazy Shell, the guy that was responsible for the quartering and Keno Casino animation, he's been having a bit of fun today too. Let's check these out real quick.
Okay. Deny that you're a cuck, Jer. Say it ain't so.
Okay, fine. I'm a cuck. Next question.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
It is.
Okay.
Deny.
He's a cuck. All right, what's the other one? He posted 2 of these actually.
I have like a panic diarrhea or something like that.
Panic diarrhea alert! Panic diarrhea alert!
I have like
oh dear, this is so like this is such a funny, like, this year's getting off to such a funny start, don't you think? Jeremy's certainly putting in his application early for lolcal of the year. I don't think I've seen anyone as fucked up as him so far. Definitely my vote at the moment. First will be your YouTube. Oh, it's so spooky. Maybe we should go to the null text next. That might be good. Here we go. How it started versus how's it going. After I proved I didn't flag down their video, they blocked me, so they couldn't continue living in their hug box. Not very based in truth-seeking, eh? I mean, are they really a bunch of truth seekers? I think they're more like truth seekers. I mean, this show's about entertainment. That's the thing. It's mostly true stuff, gilded the lily for the benefit of the audience. If you can't take that heat, then get out of the fucking kitchen, Jeremy. But he thought it was a felted move that he got blocked by Andy Warski. The reason Warski blocked him, of course, was because he didn't want him interacting and reporting his posts. But Jeremy went on a blocking spree. Basically, everybody that responded to the quartering today got blocked. If you've been blocked by the quartering, post 1 in chat. If you're going to be blocked by the quartering, post a 2 in chat. And if you don't use Twitter because you're a regular person, then I guess just like the stream or something. I'd appreciate that. All right. What was this one? As the quartering is painting. Oh, no. Damn it. I stole this joke from this guy. I guess I have to credit him now. As the quartering is painting eggs and drinking Red Bull, his wife is getting her eggs painted by the bull. Damn it. I should have removed this tweet so I could have stolen that. It seemed really clever. Look at even Ralph's getting in here. Look at those tabs. It's like a second boulderversary has hit the towers. All right, now let's take a look back at Jeremy's history, because surely he's a good boy who didn't do nothing and would never flag somebody. Apparently, Jefferson C. Post says Jeremy built his business from censorship. It's true. Like, this is the funny thing is he's gone woke and he's going broke. You love to see it. You really love to see it. All right, so this is from Zyzern. I didn't say I'd send you those 1488 super chats, but you did. This is a clip from 7 years ago. The quartering has always been a soy-filled bitch that flags people's shit and backpedals on everything he says because he's a beta cuck. But the full clip of this is like 20 minutes. We're just going to check out, I think, the 2 minutes because we've got a lot of cringe cuckold clips to go through today. And what a thing to say.
You basically said, I can't wait to fucking super chat. You basically said, I can't wait to fucking super chat you 1488. Wink, wink, Jim. Oh my God. Are you scared of the audience? You scared of what happened to Ralph? I'm going to super chat you 1488. Wink, wink.
Now, this might be like such an archaic attack that you won't even recognize it anymore. But back when live streaming first started, you could super chat people, which you can do now. In fact, I would encourage you to do now because I'm a money grubby goblin or whatever. But people could get reported for the actions of their chat in a big way in the past. It's not so much an issue anymore. You might remember that Rekieta used to have his chat on screen, but he had to remove it because he actually got a community guideline strike because of the things that people were saying in his own chat. But the apex of this attack was that you could super chat people 1488. Now, I don't know what that stands for. I mean, that's that carpeting company in New Zealand, right? The whitest floors, whitest carpet imaginable, something like that. But if you sent this super chat, you could actually potentially get a community guideline strike and your channel could be removed for people sending you money, which sounds ridiculous. But Jeremy was always like, well, oh, good. Why don't you go live, Jim? He was like plastered drunk as per usual for the last, I guess, 2 decades of his life. And he was like, well, why don't you go live, Jim? Go live, Jim. Go live, Jim. And this is what led up to this. And this is a really good clip, actually. I'm sure that there'll be some extended viewings on various other channels in the next few days. But there's like Keemstar coming in and calling him a cuck. It's all sorts of great stuff. Also, Python Bacon, new member, much appreciated. If you are a new member, you can go over to the members tab on YouTube and join the Discord if you want. But there's no gay shit in there. So, if that's what you're looking for, it's not there.
Fuck you.
No, that's not
Fuck
what I
you.
said.
You're obvious. Fuck you.
That's not what I said.
Fuck
And
you, buddy.
that's
You're
what
clear
I
as day. Nobody's
But
buying it. You're not that smart. You're not that fucking clever.
I didn't say I was that smart or that clever. And I also didn't say that I was going to super chat you 1488. I would probably do something a little more clever. But I'm excited for your live stream. And I think that
Excited, really excited for your live stream,
disingenuous
buddy.
of you to, accuse me of any gay ops. I've never, ever,
You
ever.
never said that. You never said that. You never said it. I quote, sounds good. Let me know when you're live so I can get my 1488 super chats ready. You did.
All right. Now, if the chat, do you think that Jeremy made this statement? Jeremy just said he never made this statement that he was going to super chat 1488. What is he going to say? Dun, 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 dun. Post 1 if you think that Jeremy did say this. Press 2 if you think he didn't say this. Low volume. Sorry, this is a clip. I can't increase the volume because we're not on OBS at the moment. But Iram gifted 20,000 Indian rupees or RDR. I'm not sure. And what does he mean by this, chat? What does he mean?
Didn't say that because I'm looking
Yeah,
at it.
that sounds pretty good. That sounds like a tweet.
Well,
I
you just told me you didn't say it though, but you did.
But
Just
come
like
on,
you
dude.
said, oh, I didn't invite
Well,
you.
spoiler alert, he just said it and they had the receipts right there because Jeremy lies about everything and he can't be trusted for any reason. He's a goblin cuckold that belongs in a dungeon alone in the dark, which is where he spent his Easter while his wife was upstairs in the master bedroom with somebody else.
Jim on, but you did because I have it clipped and it's on my channel. You say one thing and you backpedal away from it because you're a pussy.
Oh, Jim, don't say that about me.
This is so passive aggressive. This is, oh, don't say that. Oh,
The fact that you would even dare try to associate with me with these gay ops it's just disingenuous. That's just pandering to your fandom. You know goddamn well that I wouldn't do that shit.
I don't
Come
know who the
on.
fuck you are.
Jim,
We're not friends.
fuck
I don't
off,
know you.
dude.
I talked to
this is the thing is that nobody knows who Quartering is because he actually doesn't have a soul. He doesn't have a personality. He is just a actual consumer that just wants to play with toys and he only mimics personalities and thoughts, feelings and positions on state on anything based on what will generate the most money for him. And at the time it was we've got some zooms going past. And at the time that he became really big, it was the woke Hollywood. That's why he's been doing this for the last 10 10 years or so is because it worked for him once after trying like a million different channels that all failed. Actually, like, hold on, I'll show you this real quick. I'm not going to watch this entire thing, but there's a very funny thing here. Found an early quarter pounder fundraiser scam. First of all, here is Jeremy's beautiful grift pitch. This is really funny. Just listen to the first few seconds of this.
What's up, everyone? Jeremy here from Pokemon headquarters, Hex headquarters, Clawstruck, RC Flight School, friend of RC, and a plethora of other RC or YouTube channels that you might like.
How many fucking channels did he have? And like, look, unless Jeremy posts the receipts for every one of these channels, like if you don't give us Clawstruck, RC, Friends of RCs, Hex Space, Pokemon Space, Unsleeved Media, I need to see the report for all of these channels. And this is 10 years ago. He's like, I mean, this is sick. All right. I've got like half a dozen YouTube channels too. I love making a new channel. I love that new channel smell where everything seems fresh and the possibilities seem endless. It seems like so many doors are opening, but they're all trap doors that lead back to YouTube. But this man needs help. Okay. He needs like Alcoholic Anonymous for YouTube creation, but also he needs Alcoholics Anonymous because he's a drunk. All right, we'll just go back into it. Maybe that's a funny clip. Maybe we should watch the whole thing, but we'll go back to the gym clip. All right.
You on one stream, two streams. That's how I know you.
Not me.
Why are you acting like I would know? You don't have a reputation that precedes you. You're just some fucking guy on YouTube like everybody
So then
else.
why do you assume I would flag your shit?
Actually, he kind of does have a reputation. Like, pretty much everybody hates him, and now I'm starting to figure out why.
Everybody does hate me. That's right, Keem. My channel's
No, they
fucking sinking.
They do. You do have that
They
rap.
all hate me.
I mean, a lot of people hate me too, but like everyone knows why, right? I'm a fucking.
Yeah, this is a good point. Like, I don't like Keemstar, but he's good at what he does, or at least he used to. I haven't checked in with him recently. He was like running the lolcow like retirement ranch for dead lolcows. I guess Jeremy should start putting his application.
Aggressive asshole, right? But you're just a beta. That's why they don't
Beta?
like you. You talk shit, and then when you get confronted with them, you're like, "Oh, I love you. I love your channel. I can't wait to watch it."
This is actually so funny because I think this is happening right now. But like, I noticed something. I think this is a detail that nobody else noticed. But even though this is a historically old clip of 7 years ago, okay, I noticed that Jeremy was making pleas to Medicare today. He's recovering. Like Jim has found the power of Christ and it's healing his soul. But if you go down to Jeremy's Twitter account, he's retweeting Mr. Medicare, who goes by Moshi Moshi Moan on Twitter. It's like, it's so, because like just before he retweeted this, he said like, oh, Daddy Jim would be so sad to see who inherited his audience in the Casino Boys. But he's still sucking up. He's trying to find the easiest way to suck up to people. And then like, if you go through his like feed, he's like posting all this engagement bait, like, oh, Christ is king, it's Easter, I'm hanging out with my wife. And then he's like, let's post some, he's like just posting like the lowest rent stuff, like, oh, maybe we'll make some N-word jokes. Oh, look at this. White people so fragile, N. Which is really ironic for Jeremy since he is the most fragile person on the entire internet. Also, this was a pretty funny one. Name the most unnecessary sex scene in a movie or series. No sex scene in any movie is necessary. I mean, I guess if you've never seen in real life because your wife's busy with someone else, I guess you would be offended by seeing a sex scene in a movie. Fade to black is all needed until Garbage Church relied on softcore porn to keep audiences. Which is strange because he literally hires women to try and appease to the male gaze. Not a single top 5 series on Earth required one. This is just false. There's some great romantic scenes in movies. I'm a media connoisseur, okay? Backdoor Sluts 9, peak, okay? Wouldn't be the same without the sex scenes. All right. Now, where were we now? I've kind of lost my spot here. All right. What was this one? All right. This is when Jeremy began to continue to seethe throughout the day. If these clowns keep going after my friends and family just because they don't like me, totally fine, by the way, I will, in fact, take everything they have and never apologize for it. Psycho weirdos are messaging my wife. Now, I don't think you should be calling her wife. I guess unless she's preparing the casting couch for that weekend. Who knows? Calling her phone. People are harassing my friends. Roast me. Fine. I don't know if this is true. I haven't seen any evidence of this. I think he's just literally using the SJW calling cards of like, who was that game developer? Oh, not game developer. She was the one that was like the stop bullying in games or something. And she was like, there was a sniper outside my house. It's all bullshit. And Jeremy made his entire career making fun of these people, of making these accusations with no evidence. And now look how the worm has turned. They used to me. What? Jeremy, what are you doing here? Oh, there used to be a line. Oh, there used to be a line is what he meant to say. There used to be a line. I don't give a fuck what you say about me, but these psychos are harassing my wife, my friends. They have no rules, and starting today, neither do I. Jeremy's coming for people. He's coming for you. But he blocked Mersh. Even Mersh is getting fucking W's today. Can you believe it? Like, what an absolute state of the Jeremy, the quartering. Now, Manny said I. What does he mean by this, chat? This may have a relation to a previous super chat. I don't know what they're doing here. This is new and foreign to me. So apparently, you can set your clocks scorched earth tomorrow at 12 CST. Now, I think this is 2 a.m. for me. So my stream will be over and I'll be in bed. So I'll have to watch the fallout, I guess, tomorrow morning. Unfortunately, I'm being cucked by the time zones as everything happens. And like, this is supposed to be an evening show where I like go over the day's crazy events, but apparently everyone just watches me in the morning. So like, this is actually like the biggest revelation I've had over the last few weeks. Everyone's like, oh, that guy, he's got a morning show, right? I'm like, no, I'm not the meme morning show. Stop saying that. It's not true. Don't put me next to Aaron. Although Aaron is streaming night right now. It's very unfortunate. Well, I mean, not for him, I suppose. Zombie Licorice with a $10 do says, you know, I wasn't 100% sure Jeremy was guilty until he crashed out like this. Now I'm certain. When will these bozos learn? Well, never. That's the thing with the lolcows is they seem to have this insane, incredible prognostic ability to predict everybody else becoming a lolcow. But when it happens to them, they're completely blindsided by it. They just don't get it. They just don't get it. Don't you fucking call this the steel toe meme show? No, don't call it that, Bob Tuber. I'll get rid of you. Okay. It's not true. Let's see. What was this? So this is just some random Jeremy Cope from today as well. All of my heroes in content creation have been fooled by the Pakistani bot farms and they are selling their souls. I have never felt more confident in my positions, and it's because I can see it and they refuse to. Yeah, now is the time to hold tight your opinions. Everything's changing in front of our eyes, but you feel confident in your positions? What a joke. What a fucking joke. My channel is dying because I'm retarded? No, it's the Pakistani bots. What the fuck is he talking about? The Pakistanis are taking over the internet, apparently. Look, I've heard about the Indians. I can kind of understand that. This is just absolute garbage cope. Like when we get into the Rekieta segment, which is coming up, okay, we've got a lot of Rekieta clips to go through because I feel like I should just put all the cucks together in one room. And actually, like Nick does actually come into this a little bit as well. But like this is insane cope going around that like shadow banning or like my channel's under attack by YouTube or the algorithm is suppressing me. Help, I'm being suppressed. It's not true. It's not true. What's happening is you're not being competitive. You haven't changed your content for years and the game has changed and people demand a little bit more these days. You know, if you just want to do a YouTube channel for fun or something, that's fine. But if you want to make a serious business of this, if you want to be putting out, you know, $250,000 to try and entice Australian harlots to touch your sacks, then you've got to stop pretending that you can just do the same thing over and over. Like Jeremy's entire job is now done by teens that just run AI channels to pump out slop every day. Because that's the last thing that's the only thing that he does now is pump out slop. And we had a little bit of a look at this with his short scope where he's literally making 150 fucking shorts a day and thinking that he's working when he's just stealing people's content. It's actually garbage. Like I would actually like to see some action on that. Like it's really disgusting to me to see such lazy, brazen theft of people's work. And now he's spreading it to his co-hosts as well. Very, very disappointing. But fortunately, there is actually some good hope on this, as I mentioned before, as YouTube's changing the game a bit. It's starting with shorts and probably rolling out to long-form content as well, where basically they make one short the linchpin of whatever they're talking about. So if you make a short saying, for example, Ellen DeGeneres is crashing out, the first person that does that or the best one will get all of the views, and everything else will just be stuck with like 1,000 views, which is nothing on a short. You need to make like over 100,000 to even make a fucking dollar on a short. So that's what's happening. It's probably going to happen to long-form content too. As a measure to combat inauthentic views and basically just slop. It's not just the AI slop; it's also the just the dude bro slop that is coming from all the courses and stuff. Alrighty. Does that bring us to the Rekieta, or is there a little bit more? Let me check to see if we've got anything else here. There's a lot of stuff in this folder, but let me see. I'll just go through it. Now, Jeremy also tried to dox Ashton, which is PPP. He says, Ashton, now I've censored this. Not that I don't think it's a big deal or anything, but like, it's just polite. Ashton pay of Canada. I really wish him the best and hope he finds his way back to Christ. I don't know what he's trying to do here, like sharing his name. I guess if I was going to steelman his position, it's because they use his name, but Jeremy's name is actually a part of his show. So we really can't complain on this front. Doxing his starfish. Yeah, I mean, it's already happened. You can't do anything to him. He's just going to make thousands of dollars. All right, we even got Jarbo. Did I show this one already? Even Jarbo's taking his turns. Remember that time you got really sad about Gina Carano having a boyfriend and you were talking about how you would gladly be her cuck? My point is that no one believes you'll do anything but cry about it in your basement. Oh my goodness. What is the fucking world coming to? Mersh is getting dunking on Jeremy. Jarbo's dunking on Jeremy. Ralph is dunking on Jeremy. Like, the thing is, I actually have no idea what Matt Jarbo's up to these days. Like, I never really saw him in the first place. I literally saw just the Boulder stream, and then I thought he died or went off the internet or something. But then every so often he pops up with these, like, rare wins. The elusive, rare Jarbo W. Apparently he's very mad at Critical Drinker for some reason. Don't know. Not sure what's happening there. All right. I think that's almost the end of it. Let me see. I think this one is good. I just like this one. I'm not sure who did this one. I think maybe it was Scarebro or something. I don't want this. Oh, wait. Can I get rid of the fucking YouTube thing, man? I don't want this. I just want them to leave my family and friends alone. They can make $1 million. Jeremy's a loser jokes. I don't care. Just leave the normies out of this is all I ask. Oh, well, it's not going to happen, Jeremy. It's not going to happen. All right. Oh, wait. No, there is more, actually. Good thing I decided not to go throughout this yet. Jeremy continued throughout the day to say that his offer was real. If all of this was such a joke, why do you keep deleting your tweets? Talk to Big Game about the casino until you sobered up and erased your tantrum. Nope, offer stands. Well, it doesn't, though. That's the thing. And what is this? Oh, yeah, I've got to go through. I almost forgot to read the Null's DMs. Oh, my gosh. Actually, I have a lot more in here. All right. We'll go through one more person weighing in. We got Mr. Repsian weighing in, who I think is famous for deep-throating a banana. Not sure. He says, bro, you really sat down, cracked your knuckles, and type out, first, I'll get your YouTube channel taken down. Easy, I swear. Then your kick. Because I literally begged you like a desperate ex texting at 3 a.m. and you chose violence instead of letting me simp for your roasts. My guy, you're out here sounding like the final boss of the I tried to be the bigger person. Well, he is the bigger person. But actually, I'm just a snitch with a god complex. You didn't try everything. You tried the YouTube equivalent of crying to the principal, clutching your pearls and whispering, they're breaking the rules, teacher. They're ban evading like the absolute villains they are. And the cherry on top, all I wanted was to let you guys dunk on me. Translation, please bully me publicly so I can clip farm, cry about it for 3 hours on stream, and then weaponize YouTube report button like its emotional support lightsaber when the dunks actually land. Quartering, you're not a mafia don. You're not even a hall monitor. You're the kid who brings a PowerPoint presentation titled, Why You Should Fear Me. This is brutal. This is a guy that's like deep throating a banana. That's his literally, I'm pretty sure that's his claim to fame, is that he deep throated a banana to show men how they could suck cock better or something. But this guy's dunking on you too. Why you should fear me to the group chat, and then wonders why everyone screenshots it for the group chat you're not in. Keep begging, keep threatening, keep doing the dramatic, you chose this villain monologue, like you're auditioning for the role of discount Thanos who only snaps at small YouTubers. The internet is watching, and right now the only thing that's getting taken down is whatever remaining dignity you had left. Stay pressed, King Quarter Pounder. The rest of us are just here for the free entertainment you keep accidentally providing. That's the funniest way to end the sentence, actually. It's not even that the entertainment he makes is intentional. It's just an accident. He's just funny by misfortune of his own consequences. Now, this is actually probably the most interesting part of the DMs that were leaked today. This is the DMs between Null and Jeremy. So you see, because Null was going to act as a third party, a sort of escrow service, as you were, for holding on to the 1099s, the tax documents, the itemizations, or the 7 years of history. And there was talk of getting Caleb Hammer involved, because this has kind of been like an ongoing joke, I think, like semi-serious, where they want to get Caleb Hammer to do the financial audit. Of course, that's his bread and butter. So why not get the king to intervene and see if Jeremy really is a broke bitch, or if he's just lying to fleece boomer retards that are on life support and only have his show on for background noise while they wait out the clock at the retirement home. So I believe the text in blue are nulls. He says, yeah, I know, nobody likes Randall, though I still don't think they cross any red lines in modern era Kick or even YouTube. I'm just curious, why this? Why now? Because they've been saying a lot about your relationship behavior with Melanie Mack and Hannah Claire for months. What happened in the last week to cause a crisis? Yeah, it's never been an issue until people started spamming my wife. Well, then maybe you shouldn't have invited men over to spam her womb. I literally don't care that they make fun of me. You do. You do. We know this because you keep deleting streams on your other channels like Unsleeved Media, where you get drunk on water, a whole big glass of brown water. You get drunk on it, eh? Like, oh man, like I wanted to react to that stream, but like people got to it before me, and I try not to step on people's toes too much. But there's a little bit of crossover and everything. You can't help it. But it is what it is. But that was a really entertaining. I believe the Kino Casino clip channel actually has that. It's very funny. He's like doing card openings and drinking a bottle of rum essentially, and he gets progressively more unhinged and starts seething at Andy. But clearly he doesn't. I mean, that's the actions of someone that doesn't care about it, right? Anyway, literally don't care that they make fun of me. Like, her family has seen this shit. Unofficial truth. This is where the message gets crazy. Unofficial truths. They delete the videos attacking our marriage. I never mention them again. First of all, why do you think you have the ability to do this? He's like, all right. This is like a fucking fish is being reeled up. He's being reeled up onto the deck. They're getting the gaff ready to hook him in the gills. And he's like, all right, let's cut a deal. You let me go back in the ocean and I'll call it even. What position are you in to make this demand? The strike failed. They've already, it's already been recounted. The more they do it, the more I want to flex my connections to bury them. What connection? You can't even get your Rumble contract renewed. You can't get the front page space. You're just a background noise bitch boy that funnels people to other channels like Viva and Fry or Darkins or Russell Brand. Nobody gives a shit about you, Jeremy. That's why people don't watch your show. It's really that simple. Really simple as. This is a one-time, exclusive offer. FOMO kicking in. You better not wait around. This is the deal expires midnight tonight. This is a one-time offer. They can meme on anyone else they want. I don't care if they meme on my friend, who apparently has a questionable past. But this is an exploding offer. The only thing exploding is his fucking bowels in the Walmart bathroom. If they want to go to war, I will win. How fucking pathetic. Oh my goodness. I don't care if they meme on my friend. So the friend that you're inviting around to your house who turned out to be a domestic violence mongrel, you don't care if they make fun of him? Some friend you are. This is your best friend. You want his wife's big old boobies bouncing in your hot tub, and you don't care if they go after him? What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit. I assume all these messages will be public, but I like Andy. No, you don't. Just stop. Just stop. Get some help. Just get rid of the videos claiming I let some faggot fuck my wife. That's your friend you're talking about. I don't care if some faggot fucked my wife. You mean your best friend that you invite around to your hot tub? I don't care if some domestic violence faggot gets harassed. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean, Jeremy? That's your friend. That's your moderator. That's the guy giving you hundreds of dollars in super chats. Jeremy, no. And they can continue to make 10K a month on YouTube and I move on. But they continue to spread disgusting lies about my family. And I have no choice but to react. It's time for them to make a business decision. Oh my goodness. The Don Sargoon. I mean, he's the apprentice, right? He's the apprentice of Don Sargoon. This is a win-win. How is it a win-win? It's not a win-win. Because they can continue to make fun of you and make tens of thousands of dollars an episode. Like, probably they'll be able to make like fucking 10, 20K tomorrow whenever they stream about this. So congratulations. They're buying all the lobsters in, where do they live? Canada? They're all going to be sold out tomorrow because of you, Jeremy. I can burn it all down. LOL. I have 5 years guaranteed subsidy or salary on Rumble. I don't know about that. Isn't it running out in June? To June this year? If they bulk, that's not on you. And I still support Kiwi Farms. Also, this is unhinged. Who acronizes Kiwi Farms as KWF? What does the W stand for? Kiwi is one word, you mongoloid. Oh, broker the ceasefire and everybody wins. He's gone for 5-star years. That's what's happening here. This is some Rekieta shit. Well, that's what the people were saying. They were saying, like, Josh, are you getting the old shower DMs from quartering as we speak? And he was just sighing. It's the Kiwi Farms? No, it isn't. Oh my goodness. The Kiwi, like Wi-Fi? Oh my goodness. Okay. Actually, this breaks my brain trying to read this shit. Oh dear. Broker the ceasefire and everyone wins. I don't know why they would accept that, though. If someone made the same offer to you, would you take it? Like, this is a very reasonable response, Josh. He's not going to listen to that. You can't use reasonable appeals to retards. Hey, that's cool. It's not your job to broker it? Oh, my goodness. Hold on. We've got to ring the bell. Distraction alert. Broker the ceasefire and everyone wins. Hey, that's cool. It's not your job to broker it. Well, you just asked him to. You just asked him to. Schrodinger's Daddy Order says, big, I've got 20K in the bank vibes. Well, true. By the way, there's going to be some Denny references tonight, I think. Ring the fucking bell. Yep. That's so funny. Broker the ceasefire and everyone wins. Hey, that's not your job to broker it, though, or anything. He's drunk. Any retard who has been as banned as much as both of them have would... ... if they're smart. But none of this reflects on you, Josh Moon. It's all good. Wish you the best. Wish you the best is like the cuckold version of have a blessed day when you want to make somebody mad, but you're trying to seem like you're a good guy. Oh my goodness. I'm glad we didn't move on. I'm glad we didn't move on before we got to this part of the stream. All right, now I made the obvious reference that Jeremy is Patrick Starr. This is your account, right? Yep. And you agree that you to show the tax documents, right? Yep. Then you have no problem with people seeing them, right? Makes sense to me. Happy to share. Then show them. He's asking for my tax documents. Something somebody as retarded as him knows I can't give to some foreign rando. What do you mean foreign? Like, they live in Canada. They live in fucking Canada. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. He's Rekieta maxing. Well, there you go. We got the illustrious Rekieta segment. Oh, sorry, Nikela. What the fuck? I'm fucking becoming retarded. Oh my goodness. Good thing I'm gonna have a short break in a second. Right, let's see. So after Josh Moon had this interaction with the quartering, somebody had to weigh in. Nick Rekieta. Sup, faggot? Have fun losing? How did Josh lose from this situation? Like, Josh was just playing the middleman. It's not anyone that lost in this situation, except for quartering, who loses on the daily. Captain Nook Games response saying, aren't you a cuck? No. False. I'm going to put a big fucking X on that one. Like, why would you even respond to this? Like, only a cuck would respond to the question, are you a cuck? Oh, dear, dear, dear. All right, but anyway, all right. Quick break. We'll play the Rekieta intro song.
Noses stuffed with crack cocaine here in Cuckburg. Booze and pills to numb the brain in the cover. Let's keep it a mystery. Ba-ba-ba. And rewrite history. Cocktails. Woo!
Friend of the show, Sean. Potentially Sean. Good guy. So we got the Rekieta segment. This will last a while. So make sure you hit that like button.
Hit like if you like the show. If you don't like the show, don't hit like, or hit thumbs down. Be like, this guy sucks. I don't mind. But if you do like the show, hit that like button. It really does. I gotta remind YouTube that I'm here. They are not distributing things out.
Oh, he's so sad in that clip. He's like, they're not distributing things out. Yeah, it's the algorithm. It's the, didn't you hear it, Nick? It's the Pakistani bots. That's what's ruining YouTube. All right. Now this clip has nothing to do with anything, but it is really funny. It's entitled "I Can't Stop Laughing at This Clip." Let's take a look at what Nick's up to while he's stuck in the fucking screen from Idiocracy, where you've got like the baiting channel and the album "That's My Balls." All right. So apparently he's watching his boyfriend Aramin Holte doing much better than he is on Rumble and getting sponsored by Rumble, even though I think that Rumble is a trash website. But let's see what Aaron has. Let's see what Nick has to say. Sorry, they kind of merged together. They're eventually going to become one person when Nick murders Aaron, rips off his face, and starts wearing it so he can be inside Aaron one more time. Oh, is it? All right. All right. You chat. You got 1 minute to spam boomer at me, and then I'm not going to accept any more criticism. Okay. All right. You got me. Let's just restart the entire stream again. Let's start the whole. I'm going to start with the Jeremy segment. I fucked it up.
Brian Nome operates crop insurance agency.
He should have hung out with Jewish billionaires and kids. The Trump administration wouldn't have done anything to him. He would have been fine.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
You guys have no idea, like, how it's like if you owned a pet shark, like one of those little shitty ones, and then you like go to the ocean, you watch sharks, and you're like, oh, look at them, they're so stupid. What are they doing eating fish? That was a bad analogy, but it's like I just can't. You can't understand.
Not what you know, it's who you know.
He and Christy Nome married in 19.
What did he mean by that, chat? It's like when you have a pet shark and you take it to the ocean and you watch the other sharks. Don't do galaxy caskets. This is like that fucking Garfield comic where it's like why do they call it oven when you out off the hot food? Oven the eat the food. Like it makes no fucking sense. I think this is better than Denny's. I think this is honestly. Let's do a poll in the chat. Bob Tube says, "Happy Easter." Also activate the ceiling cats. Yes, the ceiling cats have been activated. Thank you for the thing there. Oh my goodness, I'll set up the poll. I'm gonna listen to this one more time. It's just so good. It's just so good. This is the man. Like I don't know why Rumble isn't giving him control of the entire legal section of Rumble, as we're going to hear tonight, with such scathing legal commentary while he's watching the Steel Toe Morning Show. As imagine you had a pet shark. What does he mean by that? Does he mean like a pleco? Or does he mean like people are buying like little like actual like dogfish or something? I don't know. It's like this just makes less sense than the Denny's joke.
Brian Nome operates crop insurance agency.
He should have hung out with Jewish billionaires and kids. The Trump administration wouldn't have done anything to him. He would have been fine.
My polls are under attack, chat. All right. I can't do it. I can't do it. Post 1 if you like the shark story, 2 if you like the Denny's story.
You guys have no idea, like, how it's like if you owned a pet shark.
I'm gonna start saying this in public,
like one of those little shitty ones.
In every opportunity that I get.
And then you like go to the ocean, you watch sharks, and you're like, oh, look at them, they're so stupid. What are they doing eating fish?
They're sharks. They're hungry.
That's a bad analogy, but it's like I just can't. You can't understand.
Sorry,
Not what you know. It's
I don't know. Like I watch this. Like this just gets funnier the more you watch it. That's why we're going to continue to play it again over and over until morale improves. The Clint Beastwood with a 5 says Nick wants to be so bad to be a comedian, but the only funny thing about him is how hard he tries. Oof. Him and Jeremy are two sides of the same failure coin. The only difference between Jeremy and Rekieta is that Rekieta is thinner and He still has some of his hair. Give Nick another couple years. When Nick is 50, like Jeremy, then he'll be exactly the same. Did Nick have a stroke? Yes, he did. He did. That's what galaxy gas and vitamin B12 deficiencies do to you. This has nothing to do with anything. It's just the funniest thing that I think I've seen. And thank you, 200 megabyte. There's something so good about this. It's underrated. I can't believe this wasn't featured. All right. So Scarebro had a little bit. Friend of the show, Scarebro, has an update. He says, Farms user wrapped in plastic talks about Nick Rekieta's ongoing ethical violations with the Office of Lawyers Professional Responsibility. They claim Nick has more than 2 complaints open, and 2 of those complaints have moved on to disciplinary proceedings. Nick has also apparently tried his usual attempts to wheel and deal, stating that they would voluntarily never be a lawyer again if they did not discipline him. This likely means that Nick is promising to never practice law. I mean, that is the first thing that you can take Nick to the bank on. He merely wants to get the status of being a licensed attorney so he can leverage it as prestige for streaming. Allegedly, Nick has threatened the Lawyer Association with the lawsuit if they violate his privacy by disclosing his complaints to the public. He is scared of a public defrocking. Nick recently phone booked Wrapped in Plastic on stream as a retaliatory tactic against him for filing one of these complaints. The Lawyer Review Board has a dim view on retaliation, and Nick has only lent credence to Wrapped report on doing so. Now, I thought Wrapped in Plastic was like, people assured me that this was like the new Cynthia or Farron account. I mean, Wrapped in Plastic with a little Lego doll wrapped in plastic is very woman-coded. And like 50% of Kiwi farmers are women, by the way. So that's like surprising fact, but it's true. So I felt for sure that this was just some chick, but apparently it's a dude, and Nick decided to dox him live on stream. But he says, yeah, there's more than 2 open complaints. 2 of them have moved from complaint to disciplinary proceedings. Not just my investigation, my complaint, but findings against this asshole and into penalties. He even offered to voluntarily never be a lawyer again in return for them making them formal findings, not making the findings against him. He did that months after they had already made final findings and have told him. Now, this is what Nick is afraid of, allegedly, is that he's terrified of taking his CLEs, his continuing learning education, to regain his status as a licensed attorney, because he thinks that as soon as he becomes a licensed attorney again, that's when they're going to hit him with the ban hammer, the discipline. It's like with the Johnny Somali thing. As soon as they let him out of Korea, they're going to wham him with the visa violations. Or it's more like, you know, when you have a pet shark and you take it to the ocean to watch all the fish eat the sharks and stuff. Choky Life says, oh no, will Meme's channel now be under attack for covering this? Stay strong. I think it'll be okay. Big support for the show today, and a lot of people in chat. Nice to see you. Happy that you're enjoying the content. All right. Now, this is a fun thing. Like, this was a conspiracy theory that I didn't believe, but they found this Reddit account, and it's called like I think it's almost like a parody of is it this one? Oh no, wait, not that one. Okay, it's this guy, Early Leopard 8351. Now, people have been assuming that this was Nick's Reddit account because it only posts in the Steel Toe Boring Show, which is I mean, forgive me for saying it, the gay segment of Reddit, where they talk about Aaron. But people have been saying that this has been Nick for a long time. And I was always like, I mean, it could be, who knows? But this is almost 100% conclusive in my opinion now. Like, look at this. This is crazy. Scarebro posting. An intermission between clips from RekietaLaw's members-only seething session. Here, his contempt implying that Early Leopard totally isn't Nick, seething on Tolog subreddit anonymously. Guy can't hide his power level to save his life. So let's take a look. Back in. All right, let's see. So this is, look, wait, hold on.
If you came up through the sector, you're stuck with it forever.
All right, so Early Leopard made a post. The sector is cancer that won't leave and will never actually kill you.
You cannot get away. No one will let you. They just won't. They always want you back in. It's the fucking worst. I don't know how else to describe it. It is,
I mean,
a pox and a cancer upon anyone who has been touched by it.
I mean, that's just a coincidence, I think, you know. I mean, that could just happen.
I've been trying to get away from it. There's one thing you should know about Aaron. It's
right,
the funniest thing.
Early Leopard says, this is every single story he covers and every single subject. It's amazing that even subjects he purports to study as a hobby, i.e. World War II, he gets fucking wrong. Every subject, every story, every time, it's remarkable in regards to Aaron.
Once you see it. He doesn't know anything about anything. He doesn't know like every subject he discusses, every one he gets wrong, all of them. It's almost impossible. By statistically, he talks about so many different things. He should get something right, and he just doesn't ever. He has been.
All right. That's pretty similar. I mean, it could just be a coincidence. Oh no, Scarebro's in the chat. Quick, hide all the stolen tweets. Scarebro says with a 5, says, yo, Nick relitigated the choke slam story, tries to downplay it, forgot he's the one who self-reported and threatened the chiropractor. We do have that tonight, don't worry, Scarebro, and I'm actually using one of your tweets for that. So, but thank you for reminding me, because I am a small-brained shark that only wishes they could go watch other sharks in the ocean.
On a tear lately. He's been mentioning me a lot.
All right, so this one is pretty sure he had an HRR update, seems to have Rekieta on the brain.
She had stopped for a while, but there's always a couple tells that something's going on in his life, and one of them is that he starts talking about me a lot. I was gonna let you guys in on. So there was just the reason.
I would say that like this is like the pot calling the kettle black, but Nick would love to be black, so I'm not going to say that.
And that he's been.
That's his dream. He's always wanted to be a black man. He's so sad that he isn't.
Is that we had some exchanges in our restraining order case. I can't really talk about it. I can't get into the details, but just know that some things happened. But anyway, so that's why he's been freaking out in regards to me and mentioning me a lot. Because
has he been though?
There's some.
I don't know. I don't watch the Aaron show.
In the restraining order case,
I'd say it's like 90% that this guy, this early leopard, is Nick Rekieta. And I always think that the name Early Leopard is a dig at Mama K, Timid Tiger. But I mean, that's just a theory, a cock theory. BobTube with the 2 says, Alyssa's choke slam video is fucking hilarious. It is. The Clint Beastwood with a 5 says, the only people who want Rekieta to become a lawyer again are his wife so he can make money again, and the farm so he can lose more cases. But the thing is, he actually, to be fair, he would be making more money as a lawyer. At the moment, he's earning like $30 an hour or something. Pretty pathetic. Jefferson Z Post says, anyone can escape the sector, just ask Coach. Do you think he's doing Keno down in hell right now? Who knows? Alrighty. Maybe I should go to that. Maybe I should go to that part next then. Let me see. This is a really funny part as well, is that this is more comparisons to the Early Leopard channel. So let's have a look at this one. Let's see. There is no way his merch sales are making anything meaningful money. In the 4-month period I was around, they sold almost nothing. The merch was effectively a money loser for the VIPs. He's pulling a margin of under $5 a product and has an active audience of maybe 300 to 500 people. Keep that number in your mind, chat. You aren't even going to get sales from 10% of those. He's maybe clearing $250 a month in profit merch, likely zero or net negative. All right. What did the Early Leopard say? Less than 500 daily live viewers, and he's consistently selling merchandise to make $200 a week in profit, while his per item margin is less than $10. He has to be selling 30 items a week. His show averages like 75 likes, which are free. He's also selling like 30 plus items of. Is he selling like 30 plus items of this cartoon garbage? Now, Nick. Speaking of having under 500 viewers, Nick Rekieta streaming for 76 minutes with only 451 people watching. Apparently, talking about Gabe Hoffman is you can't beat the Jews, Nick. It's just not going to happen. Okay, Nick projects onto everything. It's uncanny, indeed. And Jonathan Britton with a 2 says, first stream. What? Obviously, a Keno, bro. Tell me about yourself, dog. What? I guess you mean it's your first time here. I just talk about random stuff. There's a great sales pitch. If you like what you see, stick around. If you don't, then see ya. Fuck off. No, I just love you. I'm just kidding. Now, it's okay, Nick. Look, Nick, I know a lot about being an under 500 viewer Andy, and there's nothing wrong with it. You know, we hobby YouTubers who have real jobs on the side and just stream for a couple hours a night as a hobby, there's nothing wrong with having under 500 people watching you, okay? It's just you have to admit that it's all of a waste of time, and you're just doing it because you can live off daddy's money. Oh, poor Nick. Poor little Nicky. Poor little Nicky. Yeah, chat will be surprised, but I actually do have a real job. Although maybe if you like the stream, I won't need to. Who knows? All right. Well, let's look at those quartering clips up. Let's get rid of those. Let's get rid of those. And all right. Should we go straight into the? Do you guys want to see the choke slam thing next? Since everyone mentioned it, I guess that's the best one to do. I think I actually have two of these clips, but I guess the funnier one is, I'm not sure. Does the Alyssa Clips one have the thing here? What's the Alyssa Clips? But then I'll just suppose it with the Scarebro one. All right, this is from Alyssa Clips. I'm going to hit like on a little video. It says RekietaLaw denies the choke slamming of his son's self-report, and this is when he's decided that he decided in all of his infinite wisdom that he was going to watch Keanu and Gabe Hoffman expose him, which was a big nothing burger. It was worse than Al Capone's vault. But Keanu has this really strange ability. She's like an item in an RPG, to use a Nick Rekieta analogy style, but it's only effective against this one enemy in the game, and you keep it in your bags forever, and it's useless. In fact, it's the worst weapon in the game. But then for some reason, it just does critical damage to this one enemy, and that's who Keanu is. Usually she has no effect on anyone, but for some reason, perhaps because she's a thin woman, she has the ability to destroy Nick at every single turn. It's really quite remarkable. All right, so let's see this clip real quick.
People out there, I don't know if this came from him or not. I can't remember, but someone alleged. Now you tell me.
Somebody. All right, so the somebody has already been revealed. Nick Rekieta, the first person to ever mention this at all, says they are likely going to claim I choke slammed my son in the lobby of a chiropractor. I know this because our former nanny tried this allegation before and CPS found no merit to it. Why would you report this? And this was when there was that legendary 70 pages that Minnesota Public Records never released, which was very, very sad on my part. They didn't actually bring this up. My understanding is that it is real, but we just can't see it for unknown reasons. But, the rumors, the allegations of Nick being a child and spouse abuser were floating around. And when this stream came up where they basically just said that Nick likes to watch redo of Healer, Nick was like, you know what? I'm going to preempt them and I'm going to say the rumor first so that they don't get the credibility of it. I'm going to diffuse everything straight away, inadvertently exposing that this rumor of him choke slamming his own son in a chiropractic existed. I'm not sure what he was planning. It's a strange play, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him.
Tell me if you believe this. Someone alleged that I choke slammed my son.
It was Nick.
Onto
Nick
a
alleged
table.
No, I think
at
this
a
is
chiropractor's office. So,
look, I think there's a little bit of truth in every one of Nick's stories. What I wager would happen, if I had to guess, is that Nick grabbed his son by the throat like this. He's like, "What the fuck did you say to me?" Something like that. I don't think that he grabbed his son, pushed him over to the wall, raised him up and said I'm gonna take your spine, kiddo. I don't think that happened. I think what happened is he probably grabbed his son by the neck and shook him and then yelled at him in the chiropractor's office. And that's why he's banned from the chiropractor's office. In fact, they have a picture of him, as I understand it, which says, "Do not let this person inside. They are crazy." But he likes to use hyperbole to try and make it sound like, "Oh, this is so ridiculous. I just picked up my son and slammed him into the table. And then Stone Cold Steve Austin came out and high-fived me. What a ridiculous..." No, of course not. Of course not. But in every story that Nick has told, there's been a little bit of truth. And it's always worse than you think it's going to be. So what did he do?
So I allegedly...
What did his kid weigh? Probably the same as Nick.
Took who would have been, at the time, I guess, 16, my 16-year-old son, and I choke slammed him at a chiropractor's office. That's the claim that someone made. Now, I don't know how I did this without getting arrested. I don't know how I choke slammed my son in public without getting arrested. I'm not.
Well, if you grab your child and just shake them in public, you typically won't be arrested, which is, again, what I assume happens. This is my headcanon for the story. I don't have any insight to this. I'm just making that clear. But you were banned from the chiropractors.
Not sure how
and
it
you
happened,
seethed about this happening.
but I definitely did. I guess I'm a fucking ninja. Babbling booby, choke slammed specifically. That's the claim. I don't know.
I don't remember doing.
Oh, that's right.
this.
It was Kayla's sister's office.
My son has never brought it up, so I don't think it happened.
Oh yeah. Children victims of abuse never. They're always 100% honest and forthright with information about their abusive parents. Yeah, they like march down to the police station when they're like 10-year-olds being slapped around at the home, and they just say, "Look, Daddy's hitting me. You got to go arrest that piece of shit." That happens all the fucking time, Nick. Of course, Nick never.
But
lies.
who knows? Maybe at the chiropractic office.
Is what's happening? Is he disassociating? Was it not Nick that hit the child? Was it one of his headmates? Was it Aaron too? Is that the guy? Was it his Dick Masterson that lives in his head? Was that the guy that's hitting the kids, Nick?
In public. That's
a good point. He didn't think it happened. You got to pick up these Nick lies.
By the way, if you raise your voice and use profanity in that office, they will kick you out.
How do you know this though? Like, I mean, we know why you know this, but like, this sounds like a reasonable person. What? I can't swear, can't tell people to fuck off and raise my voice in a chiropractor's office. What is this? Maybe he just saw the bill. Who knows? That is outrageous.
You for a period of time. So in that environment where they will throw you out for being loud or using profanity, I allegedly choke slammed my son.
Yeah, Nick sounds very reasonable in this situation.
That's what I'm told.
Okay.
Why did you think Gabe knew that story? Because he tweeted about it today.
Did he? I think he was just talking about what you said.
He tweeted about it just a little bit before the stream.
Yeah, he thought it was America.
It might have come from somewhere else. I legitimately don't know.
He thinks he's that Australian guy. What are the charges? Choking my son in the chiropractor's office? Gentlemen, this is democracy manifest. I can't enjoy a succulent child beating. Oh my goodness, I thought this was America. Apparently that Australian guy was enshrined in Australian like national history culture or something. I mean, it is iconic.
Because I don't know, like, I didn't do this, so I don't.
You know, the worst part about this story about him choke slamming his child in the chiropractors is that his back is really sore and he had to find a new chiropractor. Do you know how few there are in Minnesota?
Know where the genesis.
That's the real tragedy.
In reality of the story would be. Right? Presumably, someone would have had to know that I went to that chiropractor, interview, like find out who goes there and interview them, and they would then have to say that I did that.
So somebody did make this claim. An investigation did happen. They just didn't action it. And you yourself volunteered this story. Honestly, it's not looking very good. Like, I don't know why you would volunteer this. It seems like a free W that you were just handing to people.
In which case, I would sue the chiropractor.
This was
like
3
if the
a.m.
chiropractor
watching
said that, I would sue the shit out of them. I would sue
he's
them.
on Rekieta time, buddy. He's got a lot of life to catch up on.
For that. And you told the internet about it before this interview. Yeah, you know what I did is I went out and I told the internet that I choke slammed my son.
Yes, you did.
No, someone made the claim. I know I've addressed the claim, if that's what you mean by told
it's like
the
an
internet.
aquarium.
But someone else made that claim, not me.
So what you're saying about this office is it has a picture of you face with "not allowed" on the window.
What is your age? 25 to 34. Sure. Scarecrow says Nick allegedly threatened the investigation board if they publicly disclose his disciplinary. I think I mentioned that. Imagine threatening a chiropractor. Oh no, I don't want to send people to Winter StarCraft. He's got some based videos. I've got to keep the chat away from it. I can't let them know. All right, there we go. Nick allegedly threatened the office if they publicly disclose his disciplining. Imagine threatening a chiropractor if they make hay of public abuse. Now, Scarecrow also had a post of this. He says, which I will read now. Yeah, I went out and told the internet I chokeslammed my son during his Cope stream, relitigating the Gabe Hoff and Keanu Thompson disaster stream. Narcissist Nick claimed that no idea how the internet got the idea that he chokeslammed his son. Mind you, this was at the height of Nick's whippet abuse. This is the thing, is like Nick will always say, I don't remember doing that. I don't think I did that. How many of these things happened when he was maybe in a fugue state of intoxication of God knows what, so that he could just spend another moment away from his actual life and family in a fantasy of his own imagination? So his memory of events is likely shot. Nick attempted to add surreality to the anecdote to make it unbelievable, but ends up adding details that no one ever heard before. Nick suggests that the chokeslammed son onto the table. Nick highlighted his son was 16 at the time, trying to imply the age and size would make it impossible. Well, have you seen Nick's arms? To be fair, did you see it when he licked Aaron's ear, which was totally straight, by the way? He's basically a walking skeleton like Eugene Cooney. I think a 16-year-old could take Nick. I'm sure he would like it to happen as well. However, you'd be surprised how years of systemic abuse of shape power dynamics, especially if gaslighting narcissist is involved, a child, even almost grown, may hesitate to raise a hand if an abusive parent, if they have been raised in an abusive household and believe their father loved them. Nick also goes on to say that if he did it, he would have been arrested, and then says that the chiropractor office will ban you if you raise your voice and curse. This is a deflection to imply such an event could not have happened without consequence. What Nick does not disclose is that allegedly his sister-in-law worked at the chiropractors at the time, which means she could have smoothed things over. It is unknown if the sister-in-law was one of the numerous family members that involved in the report of Nick to CPS. But given Nick's history with women, can you imagine him trying to coerce her into smoothing things over, or threatening the office with litigation fueled by Grandpappy's oil money if they did involve the cops? Because Nick cannot remember how this story got out. He says if the chiropractor violated doctor-patient confidentiality by talking about a chokeslam incident that didn't happen, he would sue them. And here you can see that Melty Butter, who I believe was Cynthia, right? Did that came out? I don't know. Was it Cynthia and Farron together or something? Were they melting together? Is that what it was? So the chiropractor was, I don't want to say the name, in Wilma. I've always assumed that this is where they went, but never could prove it. Google worked for me better this morning. If the thread had found before, I'd never seen it. This is Kayla's half-sister, or step. Her maiden name is something else. On the lower right. She is no longer on the staff pick on their current website. This pick is about from a year ago. Interesting. All right. Thank you for that, Scarebro. Good stuff as always. All right, let us see. Let's have a check. Let me see. Actually, should we go to the Dragon's Treasure segment? Let's go to the Dragon Treasure segment. Some of these clips are a bit longer, so I want to hedge them. We've also got that PPP is apparently king of the sector. Warsk is dumb. So this is like relates back. It's a nice little roundabout show we got today. Everything like loops back together, like a shark that goes to the ocean and goes back to the aquarium. All right, let's see. Oh, I should have done this. No, I should have started with the Rumble clip. I'm going to do the Dragon's Treasure one because it's short, and then I can chill. That's what I'll do. We'll do the Dragon's Treasure, then we'll do the Rumble homework, which is very funny. All right, so this is Alyssa's channel. Rekieta built the Dragon's Treasure tea. All right, let's see.
So mad. I had no fucking idea.
Oops, sorry.
Danger Toast Limited says, thank God we found out Dragon's Treasure was a weird lolly-loving twat that spurred because Nick refused to disavow Camelot. Is that what it was?
Nick owns a copy of Redo of the Healer on Blu-ray, by the way. And I'm pretty sure that the Dragon's Treasure disowned Nick because of Nick's actions, not because of Camelot. Although the Dragon's Treasure is going to make a response video tomorrow, apparently.
That was it? Was that what? I never knew. Why?
Oh, that's right. But no, he did mention the Camelot thing is in particular is in regards to the Pippa Pipkin incident. That's right.
The Dragon's Treasure guy, why he got so mad. I had no fucking idea. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I basically built a 6-figure business for that guy. What pissed him off so much?
This is insane because Nick he picked out the tea, he got the labels, he set up the website, he did everything. He made the Dragon's Treasure. In fact, this is a travesty that the Dragon's Treasure could steal his tea company out from under him.
I didn't know.
Didn't know.
Oh, now I do. It's always amazing to find out how you harmed someone so badly. It's like, all I did was make you a bunch of money that you couldn't make before. Like, you couldn't make it on your own. And then
I believe that Nick did have a very influential effect on the Dragon's Treasure's business at the time. But the interesting thing about it is that the Dragon's Treasure went against his own economic interests, disavowing his former largest contributor to his referral program in favor of talking about what's right, in favor of saying that, no, this behavior is not okay. You're a fucked up mess. Get some help. And the Dragon's Treasure has actually done quite well for himself recently. In fact, he had his largest month ever without the help of Nick. I think fairly recently, a few months ago, which is a good time to say that you can use thedragonstreasure.com and use code COPE. Don't use code criminal. Use code COPE to felt the nose, man. We need to help our boy Dragon's Treasure. It's a fantastic product. They've got delicious tea. They've got coffees. They even have soaps at times. Go to thedragonstreasure.com, a haven for anime and tea lovers, and pick up some delicious morning brew using code COPE. I think there's only like 3 people that actually ever have bought use my code COPE, but I appreciate every 3 of you. But there you go. There's the Dragon Treasure segment.
Came along and helped make you a lot of money.
I'll get to the shotgun in a second.
Why are you so mad? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Because your children tested positive for cocaine, and most people are not okay with that, yourself not included. And like, this is such a stupid thing to say. It's like Friends is like, well, I built Coke. We had a can of Coke on Friends. We built that fucking company. No, you accepted a sponsorship. You made money advertising a product. You didn't build the company. You didn't sweat. You didn't bleed. You didn't put your early mornings into building this company, the Dragon's Treasure. Okay. You got a referral code. You made thousands of dollars selling his tea. He made more money selling his own tea. That's the relationship. Holy shit. Like Nick is one of the biggest fucking scammers as well when it comes to like the Dragon's Treasure is an actual product. It's a great product. I like it. But some of the garbage that Nick has shilled over the years is absolutely shocking. Like I wish I had the clip where he shilled that stupid fucking toy chainsaw that it couldn't even cut through a bottle. He accepted a bunch of money to shill this tiny, it's a tiny chainsaw. Let's cut through this pet bottle. Oh, it can't make it, guys. Sorry. Pathetic. Birch Gold recently outed as a scam. He's like, I didn't fucking know that Birch Gold was a scam. I never used it. That's the first thing with taking sponsorships is you're supposed to verify them and sell your audience a good product. This cuckold sold 5G blocking pins to his boomer audience that's probably the same as quarterings. They're both like shitting themselves in a diaper in an old folks home. They just want someone to turn on the news and listen to some background noise while they wait out the clock so that they can die. And then they're afraid of their 5G. So, better get the 5G button from Rumble exclusive deal. What a fucking piece of shit. Like, I have a special place of hate in my heart for people that shill like ridiculous fake products to people that don't know better. Is it buy beware? Sure. 5G blocking pins for people that are watching your show on an iPhone sent from my iPhone. I'm loving the 5G blocking pin. I really can't feel the Wi-Fi anymore. My headaches have disappeared. Oh my fucking God. Rumble should be disgusted in itself for even allowing that stuff. They don't give a shit. It's all about money. Anyway, Aspen Fallon says, maybe he's talking about the Bala sharks. They're cute. Maybe. I love sharks. They're actually very, very cute. You know what's really cool is the watching Mako sharks swim around. Scarecrow says, reminiscing about the Dragon's Treasure the other day. Like that time Al Bundy scored 4 touchdowns at a game. Like talking to C. Goody. Ripperoony C. Goody. BobTube says, if he takes credit for the Dragon's Treasure, I wonder if he takes the blame for Birch Gold. True. Interesting. And Schrodinger's Denny's order says, I remember he shilled Thai Beer's ridiculous services to Vic Mignogna. I mean, yep. Oh, by the way, he's keeping those knives. Remember how I mentioned he got the knives for the Vic Mignogna raffle? But you raffle, you ruse. And he kept the knives and he's trying to buy them now because Vic Mignogna won't even pick up his calls. He's like, well, I can't do a raffle. I guess I'll just keep these custom-made knives that someone donated for the cause. So he's going to, I can just give you money to smooth things over, right? All right. We'll go back to this one now. All right. This one, 19 minutes, so bear with us, chat. You know what? I'm going to get a quick water break because my throat is, I blew my throat out being angry. We'll be right back. I'll play some tax-free while I'm gone. Be right back. 1 minute break.
Did you hear me? It is tax-free. My Zammies, my hookers, my super chats too. Hit that button, cause every single super chat I got it tax-free. Tax-free. Take out your pill bottles, shake your pills, shake your pills, because it's gonna be tax-free. 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 Tell your wiggies that we got it. Tax-free in my little tin shack. Cats flying in tornadoes. Gun flopping up and down, let's get the guns out. Gun, 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 gun. Shake it around when it's tax-free.
I love those Wiggle Wiggles. It's such a good song. All right, we're back earlier than expected. All right, Rekieta is frustrated with Rumble, trying to find a new niche and bringing back Discord, question mark? He's got Rumble homework. Oh no! It's muted. Oh fuck! Good thing it. Only every mute is 17 seconds of my life gone, and your life gone. No refunds.
It's going to be completely disorganized today, guys. So here's the.
I mean, this comment really reflects on me, doesn't it?
The scoop. I have to do 5 hours of Rumble Premium streaming, and I haven't done any because I didn't even know what the fuck that was. And that has.
He's got Rumble homework. This man, who used to have a personalized Rumble contract, they ghosted him. And now if he wants to be on Rumble Premium, he has to do 5 hours of homework. But it gets worse, chat. It does get worse.
But at least now it can't get much worse.
But it did get worse.
All right, let's see how it gets worse for Rick.
To be done today. Similar to the Rumble Premium, I need to upload 30 total shorts to Rumble. I think I've got 16 or 17 up there now.
But Mom, I want to go hang out with the gay boys at Gay 90s. No, Nick, you've got to stream 5 hours of Rumble Premium, and I want you to eat your 30 shorts before you get out of here. But I had an exclusive deal. Do your homework. Oh my goodness. This is like, what a fucking tragedy. This is honestly like the most injustice since his Transformers got taken away by that teacher and never gave them back. This is like, it's all over again. It's like a flashback.
No, I have to do that today. I don't know if I'm going to make it.
You've got the deadline for the 30 Rumble shorts. I mean, I wonder if there's somebody you can call that could spare maybe 30 of their 150 fucking shorts. What a fucking garbage platform. Like, I have a special hatred for Rumble. I know some people chat like, well, it's okay. No, it's not okay. Rumble's a garbage website. It's always been a garbage website, and now it's falling apart, and I'm laughing. Okay, I'm laughing, chat. Laughing and lying. Laughing and lying. Sorry, that's not actually lying, but that's a Seinfeld thing. But yeah, imagine YouTube is like, well, you didn't upload 15 shorts today, so I'm afraid you're demonetized. How embarrassing.
Honestly. But yeah, it's been fun.
No, it hasn't.
And I'm working on so much shit
so busy
in the background to make the experience a little bit, to start building up the experience, to start doing things I don't see other people doing. I don't know, kind of trying to reinvent this trial streaming a little bit. I got to get this.
Now, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a fancy lawyer. I don't have a big degree or anything. You know, I didn't go to an Ivy League college, but I think that the key point of a law stream is you talk about the law, maybe the case that you're watching, instead of what some guy in Texas is cooking in his chicken pot pie, instead of perhaps pontificating about how a guy who slurps coom off your chest and then you suck his cock doesn't know what he's talking about. Maybe you just talk about the law. Holy shit. Maybe then people will actually watch your show. The legal RekietaLaw, a small law firm, Central Minnesota.
Rumble Premium goal hit because I need to get into the Rumble Premier Partner Program again.
Oh my goodness. No! The ads! Oh my goodness.
オンラインショッピングにはデジタル脅威がつきものです。NordVPN.
Screw you,
I'm not in it.
NordVPN.
I don't think it existed when I kind of got
If we get another ad, I'll switch to my premium account. Okay, guys. I also have to do my YouTube homework.
kicked out. I really am a little like I'm kind of frustrated with Rumble. They became really hard to talk to, and I don't know if that's me personally. I don't
I'm
think
gonna wager
so.
it is. Maybe it's a little bit from both.
I don't think
eh?
so
Little
because
from column A, little
Rumble
from
seemed to
column B.
already be Rumble
Going
seemed to be
down the
getting more
toilet?
difficult before my personal troubles arose. I don't think it's just that, honestly. Although
So Nick had this idea that he was going to be an ideas guy. So he was going to go to Rumble HQ, get a big fat contract, and then tell them how to make the site better. I mean, if the site's going to look like his streams, then I guess there is some smart people at Rumble because they decided to ghost him. DB with a £2 says the funniest part of his streams is lady rackets. Yes, that is very funny. Oh my goodness, the wolves will pull through my eyes, chat. His lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children and sucked off a bunch of guys in Star Trek Online. Another 4 with a 10 says, worst Matt Murdock cosplay ever. Hey, don't mention Matt's around Nick, okay? It's Matt from Tinder all over again.
Well, it would be understandable and forgivable, although I'd prefer they not do that. You know, I prefer they work with me again. It's just that everybody I know that worked at Rumble is pretty much gone, except like the CEO. And I think I still know. I know someone who is. She like onboarded me at Locals, and I think she's high up in Rumble now. I got to reach out and see about getting back to a partner manager. But anyway,
why?
I'm
you can't pull 400 people on Rumble, the site that gives you a free 10x. If you got 400 people on Rumble, it means that 10 to 40 people are in chat.
On. All that to say is the first step of doing that, in my opinion.
That's true. She did go get a massage from a guy that groped her breast, and then she went back because she didn't want to waste the coupon. That's a true story.
Showing Rumble that I'm, still committed to using the platform.
I mean, $20 is $20, chat.
I am still committed to using the platform, and so I want to get back into their Premier program. And once I'm back into that, then I can reach out to them and say, hey, like, the fact that I was the largest stream on Kelsey Fitzsimmons, for example, and that was 300 people. That's criminal. Like,
no, it's like, he's like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. I'm the biggest stream here. I've got 400 people on Rumble. I don't know why they don't make an entire section called the RekietaLaw section sidebar. Why don't they just put me in? No, if you can't get thousands of people to watch your show on Rumble, why do you think they're going to give you any attention at all? He's like, oh, I had the biggest stream. No, you had a garbage, tiny stream where you talked about fucking Kurt's cooking. And then you're like, well, I could make this the biggest thing ever. If you can't get an audience on YouTube, how the fuck are you going to get one on Rumble? Now, back in the day, Nick did have a very exclusive and very well-paying Rumble contract. And that was because he would stop his streams on YouTube after 1 hour and then go to Rumble. It was like the after party. And I was very sad about this because at the time I was a daily watcher of the show, which is how I know all the deepest lore, obviously. But this was the most annoying thing, and everybody hated it. Nobody wants to leave their platform. Like, this is like I'm just going to go in there, grab a bunch of YouTube people and suck them out to that secondary. No, it's not going to happen. People like their websites. They get accustomed to it. They get the apps. If you have YouTube Premium, you don't want to pay for another $5 for Rumble garbage premium. It's that simple. Simple as, mate. Scarebro says, Rumble tried to get him back on track with streams, but it was like talking to a wall that wanted reoccurring income as a Rumble idea guy. Yeah, well, this is the thing. Even so, he was given so many chances, he threw them away. He spit them in his face because he thought he had made it and he was never going to need money again. Until he had to mortgage his house and then daddy had to pay for that. DB with another 2 says, Barney Gumble, Cletus, and Lionel Hutz equal Rekieta put together. That's a pretty good combination, actually. Scarecrow with another 2 says, he wants the Twitch top of the category effect. Well, yeah, I mean, he just wants to be a big fish in a small pond. He knows he can't compete on YouTube anymore. That's the simple truth of it, is that he had a very effective first mover advantage. The early bird got the worm, but the second mouse got the cheese. And that's what's happening with Emily the Baker. It happened with Legal Mindset. It's happening with Melanie Little. These streams that absolutely blew up because they took a format that was good, which is what Nick was doing, just like watching the live content, like the law, like real law, or what is it, true crime, was a very popular subject. It was just blowing up. And because Nick was the biggest guy in the sector at that time, the LawTube sector, he was able to get in all these like dozens of lawyers that would work for him for free. Now, nobody wants to do this anymore because they're like, well, wait a minute. I could just do my own show and then I get all the super chats. Nick really didn't provide anything that was special except for being first and having a big panel of a bunch of like crazy characters. We had all these colorful lawyers. They're like, holy shit, lawyers actually have personalities. It was like this, the wool was lifted from people's eyes. But the thing is that Nick suffered from an excess of personality. And now he just has like some sort of weird cobbled together personality from like Joker and I guess Johnny Depp and this cat in the background. Maybe the cat's the one that's picking his suits. I'm not sure about that.
Melanie Little's over on YouTube with 30,000 people.
Branca was funny.
Watching.
Yeah, I like Branca. There was some good lawyers in there. There's still some lawyers that are doing great. In fact, they've gone on to greater heights than, well, maybe not greater heights than Rekieta, but at his peak. But there are some that are absolutely bringing in like ridiculous amounts of money. Like we're talking like $5,000 an hour, $20,000 days, which Nick did do at his peak, but he's never going to reach that peak again. Like this will never happen. He can never get back to 100,000 live viewers. He's never going to get back to 20,000 super chats. It's over. Now he's just relegated to this weird corner of the internet where there's some old boomers in his chat that have fond memories of him, and there's no new audience. And as those old people get senile or die, as is the case with some of his mods, I guess. That's a bit. Is it too soon? Is it too soon to make that joke? Well, as they expire, his stream goes down and down and down and down because he's not innovating. He's not making anything special. He's just talking about his own personal grievances under the guise of a law show. And then he's put in he's got 2 chat windows. Oh my goodness, more is better, right?
15,000, 30,000. It wasn't as big of a trial as some of the other ones, but she's got over 5 figures watching on YouTube.
Yeah, Melanie Little's getting like 17,000 concurrent live viewers and like 5-hour streams. And we did the calculations on that. It's a pretty simple calculation, honestly. It's basically you get between 5 and 10 cents per hour per viewer. That's pretty consistent in the lower ranges. As it gets higher, it scales up in a big way. So she's getting probably way more than that. But yeah, like thousands of dollars an hour on top of the super chats. Now, Nick is in such a bad spot, and he's going to tell you, as in one of these clips, that he's so down bad for money that he gets more than 50% of his revenue is now coming from ad watch time rather than donations.
Biggest stream on Rumble that's doing trials is 300. And that's, I'm sorry, like, I don't mean this in a rude way. That's entirely on Rumble for not building out a legal either building out a legal or a true crime avenue.
Miss Jeff streams. Yeah, Jeff was a real one. Miss him too. I'm going to go over to Busan soon and go back to his favorite places, where we hang out when we were there. I kind of like all the people that streamed in my time slot. There was like Jeff and Ozzy, and I guess Legal Mindset moved to the night stream. It's honestly like, this is a bad time slot. Like in the morning, there's only like people going to work or people that are up too late. The best time to stream is like the night, because then people are getting home from work. They maybe had a couple of drinks and they're a bit loosened up, but there's nothing wrong with entertaining people when they go to work. I don't mind it. Although if I move to a different country, I'll have a different time slot. Maybe, who knows? But yeah, there's no one streaming around my time, so I always think of like, who can I raid after my stream? And there's like nobody streaming when I'm streaming. On the off chance, there's 1 or 2 people that I try and send a raid to, but it ain't like the old days where we were getting together, having parties and stuff. Although, to be fair, I got way too drunk on many of those Jeff streams. So did he, but like, he had a constitution for it. Where on earth is Drexel, the degenerate BFF? He's completely disassociated with the Rekieta family, and he doesn't have any intention to go back. And Kurenai Suki with a 50 coronas says, Kiwi Farms Josh is Jersh. Rate the Kiwi birds. I actually could do that for you right now, because I don't know if I should expose this. I mean, I've mentioned it before, but I don't know how many new people are here, or A-logs might be here. But like, I actually produced and sold a bird calendar back when I was living in New Zealand and working as a wildlife photographer. So I could actually show you right now. It's the bird segment, the illustrious bird segment. I only keep this around as a prop. But look at this. This is a kakariki. Kakariki is a brown in Maori. This is a he. Look how fat this bird is. Oh, he's a big fat one, is he? Yeah. He's fat. Should I make the birds bigger? Should we just turn this into a bird stream? Oh my goodness. I gotta be careful, because this is so cute. This is a North Island robin. These are all my photos, by the way, obviously. North Island robins, they follow you, because New Zealand birds are retarded, because there's no natural predators in New Zealand. So you just move the grass around where you're walking and the leaves in the forest, and they'll come down and they'll sit on your hand or your shoes, and they'll like dig around in the dirt, because they're bird bros. All right, I'll only show a couple more birds, because this is really like you tricking me into being autistic, and it's a very sneaky and underhanded move. Here's some saddlebacks, very cute saddlebacks. I'll just show you the picture of the falcon that I took, because I really like that photo. Okay, this is probably one of my best photos of the New Zealand falcon. It's a pretty good photo. That's a pretty good photo. Anyway. Oops. All right.
On their platform, they really need to do that, because
Kiwi's kind of shit
true
here, honestly.
crime is so fucking big. is massive audiences that are out there.
There's
People
way cooler
love true
birds in
crime,
New
they're
Zealand
interested
than
in
Kiwis.
it, and they just if
Like the Weka.
if the biggest trial you have on Kelsey Fitzsimmons is 300 people, the biggest stream, then you're doing it wrong. And I think
no. If the biggest Kelsey Fitzsimmons, whatever her name is, stream on Rumble is 300, and that's your stream, that's not a Rumble problem. That's a you problem because it's your stream. Holy shit! What are you talking about? Jamie Moodley says, I like this time slot. Perfect for Korea. It gives me something to listen to before bed. Then why are you donating in like, is that South African? Zars? What the fuck are Zars? Zar, yeah, this time slot's great. But thank you. I appreciate it.
I think they could do a little promotion of it very easily and attract a lot of people to Rumble.
Has been formed with a two
to Rumble
of birdism.
live streaming trials. That Rumble does some weird stuff.
Yeah, it's a shit website.
Rumble does some weird stuff. Like
oh my goodness, the ad.
How do you see this plan evolving?
Oh my goodness, the fake Japanese. All right, one more.
Internet to explore Europe the way you wanted.
Switching to the premium. Wait, I need to watch this ad so I can.
Big Ben and the Eiffel Tower.
All right, we're at 4 minutes 20. I'm switching to the premium account, chat. Okay. The ads are going away now. I can't. What the heck? Give me one second. I'm switching. I can't. They're locking me. I'm locked into this account which doesn't have YouTube Premium. They can't do this to me. What the heck? I used to be able to watch. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna have to get Premium on all my accounts now.
It's gonna be
YouTube's
5K.
They got me, chat. I'm stuck now. They got me. All right.
It doesn't seem like it builds community in any way.
Next time, I'll fix it next time.
I'm not really sure the value. Like I'm not seeing the value to y'all to do that.
Are you feeling the value now, chat?
But maybe I'm an idiot.
Yes.
Like
problem solved.
I might be dumb.
Well, Nick Rekieta solved the case.
So you think I've done all this work for the dual streaming, and I don't know if I'm actually dual streaming or not. Like I can't tell, which is a bad system. You should know. I think I have such a.
So the White Man Studio with a $5 says, "Did you see Big Gay NR Nick Rekieta claims he makes 6 figures streaming? I wonder about that fact and that figure. It wouldn't be surprising if he did make 6 figures from streaming because he does make like I think about $500 a show between all the members' gifts he's been getting recently, and the 8-hour streams he's been putting in. But the thing is, he would be making more as a lawyer. But 10. I wonder if like his trust fund is factoring into that 6-figure income, or if it's just he's trying to say it's inclusively from streaming. Not sure. I might have to do some research on that and find out the actual numbers. But even if he is true on that fact, then that's not actually that much money for a family of 7, especially when you've got a snack budget of $3,000.
I need to do this. I have so many ideas and projects. They just take time and knowledge.
He's an ideas guy.
I don't quite have the know-how of functionally doing what I want to do. But man, I have a channel that seems like it would have 1 million subscribers in a day. But I don't.
It's easy, chat. Look, chat. Look, I would love to have 1 million subscribers. I could have it tomorrow, but I haven't finished the locals goal yet, so I'm gonna have to put that on a shelf for now. We've got to finish that locals 5K gift. I mean, it's been 5 years or whatever since I promised this, but you're gonna have to like. I can't take a day off. I could have him if it wasn't for the damn locals subscribing gift. I'd have it tomorrow. He's got the best ideas. Let's hear about his ideas.
I don't want it attached to my name at all. I don't want anybody to know that I'd be doing it. I'd want to do it completely separate, either like using an AI voice or hiring someone to voice it. But it would be the best.
So he just wants to make AI short slop. He's been watching the dude bro saying like, I made $2,000 a day making AI videos. Or he's been watching the quartering shorts, which is probably true because they're both cuckolds and they've got a similar strategy. Oh, then just do it. Then just do it. I would love to have an anonymous. Yeah, everybody would love to have a fucking anonymous channel with an AI voice that's making thousands of dollars a day. If it's so easy, do it. Stop talking about it, bitch.
Channel. I don't want to talk about it. Someone else will do it. It'd be terrible.
No, they won't.
It takes time, like the 5K locals gift. Yeah, and
the thing is, is that Nick is going to manifest the 5K local gift by just not doing anything. And it's already working. Because look at this. The merch is now making itself. The Rekieta Ball Guards are so retarded that they're actually making merch for Nick and mailing it to him. Because they know that he can't do anything. So they're not even, he's not even asking them to do this. It's just like, what if I just make my own Nick Rekieta merch and maybe he'll like me? I'm not even joking. This is the absolute state of these retards. And that's why they're going to support him to the end of the earth, despite the fact that his daughter tested positive for coke, despite the fact that he has these allegations of beating children and women and browbeating innocent women in elevators and in public and being banned from chiropractors. It doesn't matter because he's just one of the boys, right? And he's just like them. Anyone that watches Nick, the only reason they do like him, they watch him, is because he's just like me for real. And like, who cares if you hit your kids? I mean, I hit my kids all the time, is what they say. You really should have put on a silly voice when I say that. But it's too late now. Bearing Cab with a 5 says, if the Kumite could be successful morning show, why can't you, Kiwi man? I mean, you got me. Donga's berries need more.
Honestly, the 5K locals gift is one of the reasons that it that I haven't worked on these other projects.
Schrodinger's Denny's order says, wait, by beating women, are you referring to the allegations that he hit himself in the head? I'm not going to say anything funnier than that tonight. That's pretty good.
The problem is, like, in my, I get excited in my mind about doing a new thing. And, but I'm really trying to focus on fulfilling my promise before I do that. Because I know me. I know how I am. I'm like, oh, new stuff, shiny, cool. Let's do that. And I'll move on. I'll move on from it. I'm really trying to trying to catch the wave on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
And seeing if any of these things work. Camelot.
This is like the greener pastures cope, where it's just like, oh, if I put the shorts out, I'm going to be successful. Oh, if I get on Facebook, I'm going to be successful. No, Facebook does have a very strange monetization policy, but I think what they do is they always blow up one of your things, the first thing you put on, so that you get attached to it, because they want you to pay to win. Like, everybody that I've researched about this has told me that you need to pump thousands of dollars into Facebook marketing until it's actually profitable. But then it is surprisingly lucrative if you can actually make it work. But I couldn't tell you about that.
Had a lot of success over there. It's crazy. Facebook, not to sit and talk shop the whole time, Facebook monetization is so fucking good. And if you can hit
let's speed this up. There's something I want to talk about. Oh my fucking God.
What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys,
I'm getting like ad cucked. What's going on here?
I have one short on there that did
I was trying to make the video go faster.
He did like 50,000 views.
I'll fix it next time, chat.
Most of them, are a couple thousand.
It's over. God damn it.
But that one hit and got 50,000 views. And that short paid $20. Like that's crazy.
$20,
that's crazy.
$20.
Because the way shorts distribute, if they catch and they roll, like they just they skyrocket really quick. And so it's like, man, consistently doing that on Facebook would be insane. It'd be really nice. But it's tough to do. There's some magic to it. Camelot has it. I think a lot of
it's called paying money. You pay money for exposure on Facebook.
I've been bad at that. People have suggested this a lot, like a people's court.
Okay, so here's the ideas guys in chat are gonna weigh in with their $5 million ideas. What if you just do Judge Judy on YouTube?
But on YouTube, or I guess Rumble or Stream.
They already have that. It's called A-log channels. That's what this is. This is the people's court, and you're guilty of being a cuckold, of being a domestic abuser, and of being a worthless hack who's fading into irrelevancy. Guilty.
Or whatever it would be. Yeah, people have suggested like a people's court or Judge Judy style show forever. I don't know how you would actually get around to doing that. Like the amount, not with consistency. I mean, the amount of booking you'd have to do would be really difficult. Which is why, by the way, those shows often manufactured their own these cases.
Nick literally has no idea how to book people, despite having a panel show that made him rise to success, because people came to him and now it's not working. He's like, well, I don't know. I just showed up before and everything just worked. It's not working this time. It's because you have to put in some effort now.
Many of them were staged. Some of them were based on truth, and a lot of them were just complete fucking fiction. Buddy Max says you'd have to settle internet beef and have the chat be the jury for fun. Yeah, I mean, it'd be like an iteration of blood sports.
It's literally just chat, like, post one and if he's guilty.
Popular. It's always popular
it's that
for a while,
easy.
But no one wants to do it. No one wants to do it. It gets personal every time. it gets personal. People start doxing and doing life ruination. It's like, guys, this is an internet argument. This isn't that important. But people always go to that level, and it's it's impossible.
No, actually, the internet arguments are the most important thing on the internet.
It is not fun. No one wants to do that. One thing I didn't realize is like how much stuff.
Hold on a second. Let's see where he's going with this.
Is like built up. How do I explain this? I was just generally aware of the news and what was going on, right? Like covered political stuff and legal stuff. So I was just generally following that along. And when you let it go, it's it takes a while to get it back. I mean, I haven't been following anything, and I lost a lot of interest in political stuff that I used to talk about a lot because my focus and my priorities just kind of shifted. And I'm trying to refocus them, honestly, because I should be, more involved with these types of things. But
you mean your job? Oh God, I can't. It's so much work. Oh man, I have to hit refresh on the Daily Mail. I have to type like, well, this is Jeremy's strategy. He types on Twitter like, "What are you guys interested in hearing today?" Oh, so much fuck. I have to think of stream prep. What do you mean? No, you just turn on the law and crime. You just watch them and you just sit there and drink whiskey. This is my only skill. I don't know why it's not working anymore. Oh my goodness. Shifted priorities. Like, this is the thing that really fucking annoys me about Nick's copes is that he makes it this big song and dance about law, like being a law streamer was like the hardest thing ever. It like drove his family apart because of all the work he was putting in. When all he did was show up, press live, make snide comments, invite other people on to do the work, and drink whiskey and count his pennies. Well, he's actually count his gold coins because he was getting like $20,000 a day at that time. Like the idea that is more difficult than actually just being anyone in the courtroom. Like he's like, you guys don't understand. My wife was getting distraught over I wasn't spending any time with her because I had to watch a live stream every day. As if the judge didn't have to get up, shave, wipe his ass, drive into the courtroom, sit there, stay all day, go home, cook his dinner. Like, for some reason, he thinks that watching the courtroom where everyone's actually working is harder than actual work. It really does beg a belief.
It's tough. I care about other things.
It's tough, Chad.
My time gets kind of soaked up by that. By that,
his time is being sucked up by watching the Steel Toe A-Log show.
Typically my family. No. But I didn't realize like how much in tune I was versus now. How out of tune I got and like how much work it is to get back into it. It's once you stop caring about politics, it gets kind of hard to care again. System.
Good chat. I got you your soup. I got hungry on the way though.
These are just crackers. It's not soup.
You're a cracker.
Racist. Here's my dilemma.
I mean, maybe I've been too harsh on Nick. I can understand why he did drugs now.
While I was like crashing out back in 2024 and leading up to it and everything, I'd hired this company to do clips for me. Very hot. Thanks.
Sorry.
So you got scammed. You got scammed. Oh, it's not even a real bowl of soup. It's a cup of soup. Maggie's 2-minute noodles. Love you, honey. I mean, that would be something that's like, I mean, to be fair, that is like Kayla's level of cooking acumen, I suppose. She learned how to use the microwave now, chat. Big improvement in life. She's getting better.
You look cute.
It was also had to do with our youngest had by making bracelets.
Oh. Gotcha.
He's bowlless. He's got no bowls. I don't know why I'm subjecting the chat to this. I'm gonna try and switch to I'm gonna try and switch to my account that has them. I really have YouTube Premium, chat. All right, it's working now. Okay. I'm sorry you had to see the alien rape people. Okay.
Legal stuff. So
he's a rape alien. He's an alien, but he rapes. All right. I've switched to the ad-free. It's ad-free now, chat. Okay.
I was just generally following that along. And
yeah, it's an uncivil law ad. I see code in the chat.
When
How
you
you doing, buddy?
when you let it go,
I don't even where we. It doesn't matter.
when you let it go,
It doesn't matter.
it's it takes a while to get it back. I mean, I haven't been following anything.
All right, we're gonna skip. I can't remember what I wanted to hear from
Cut
this.
for shorts.
This is going way too.
And it's like, I don't know.
Here it is. Here it is.
I have just a shitload of old clips that are all cut for shorts. And it's like, I don't know if I should upload them or not.
You shouldn't. It's garbage. It's slop. It's like the quartering uploading 16-year-old videos open Magic the Gathering cards.
I don't even look like that anymore. It's weird. It's weird to look back. Sorry, that's the thing.
Imagine paying a bunch of Indian teenagers to clip all your content. You just keep them in the vault for a rainy day.
But I think hundreds and hundreds of clips.
My channel's under attack by
Doom
ads.
or Pest? Oh, I have people who can make the clips. That's not the thing. The AI clip thing was something I was doing before.
And it's garbage.
But
it's shit.
I have 2 editor clippers that I just
Oh
need to
my goodness, the one guy. Like, if we can talk about one guy that survived the Baldo bunker, it's Ryan the editor. This guy was getting paid a salary for years while Nick was running out all his money through coke and running his wife through as many Jamaican bulls as he could find. And Ryan the editor was there doing nothing except collecting a paycheck. What a gig. Like, holy shit. Solomon the Lich with 100 ARS. Idea for Nick. He should join Jack Murphy's liminal order and learn to extract that masculine energy how Captain Zinc Beer intended. Did Jack Murphy take zinc for his beard, or was it just because of the white streak? I don't know.
I need to unify the approach. YouTube likes things to be predictable. Okay, I need to say this. Just Incredible says, I really miss these lawyer panels. Your panel during Rittenhouse is literally what made me decide to go to law school at 37 years old. I will host them any day of the week. I will join them when
I miss your loyal panels. Hey, look, if a bunch of 10 lawyers want to show up and work for me, I'll host them any day of the week. Oh, look, he's already hosting a lawyer panel. He's watching Uncivil Law, Branca, and himself. The good old days.
Unfortunately, I'm playing catch up on life, and so I kind of need to rebuild my channel. So me hosting a stream, my own or with other people, is kind of what I need to be doing as consistently as possible, because I need YouTube to start getting the message out there that people
So it's just an incredible, really?
Or that I'm here. So I'd love to host it. I'll join.
All right, this is the part where he copes about how the algorithm, I think, is cutting him down.
Panels when I can, of course, but you got to find other lawyers who are willing to do it, and that's tough to do.
It's tough
because everybody's got to make their own bread, man.
Yeah, everyone figured out
they're
this
gonna make their own
grift.
bread. There are tools that are at our disposal to collaborate and co-stream and stuff like that, and
garbage.
People have been hesitant to really delve into them. I'm thinking Branca and I will probably explore those sensually during the Courtney Clenny trial. My Discord just became an endless parade of anime pornography, which is my fault. Like, I could have stopped it, but
Wasn't he making fun of the Dragon's Treasure for anime?
Who wants to stop anime pornography?
Scarebro says, YouTube likes things to be predictable. Announces seething stream 30 minutes prior. Yeah, every time he gets mad, he sets up a seethe stream.
I don't know.
Very
I don't know a
predictable.
single person who does. You can't convince me otherwise. Oh, hey, we did make it to 25 members.
Everybody applaud, chat. 25 members? Oh, goody. We can afford SpaghettiOs today for the whole family. How much are the members on his channel? Aren't they like $2 or something? So we made $50. That was worth the 8-hour stream.
Right here at the end. So that's cool. Thank you for everybody who joined up and who gifted memberships. Thank you for everybody who sent in super chats and super tips. Those things. And they really do. And we got some tips on locals today. It really helps. It's how I can do the show. Obviously, this is my income. This is my job. So,
Well, one of the kids is 18 now, so he's at the house. You kick the birds out of the nest, eh? Now he only has to feed 4 mouths. Just 4 more until he can divorce Kayla and keep the trust fund.
thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. I know I was talking about what all we can buy, but I do know inflation's out there. Gas prices just went up and stuff. I know there's a squeeze. So I do.
Nick Rekieta most affected, the man that drives 100 miles per day. BobTube says, I totally do. Interesting thing. But I have family excuse. So we're going to have to discuss seething about Aaron. He's also he still has sponsored by Kurt's dating advice. So there you go. So Kurt's getting these free shout outs. Actually, to be honest, this has been a big show. We've got 900 people watching. This is the biggest exposure Nick's got in weeks. Good for him. Scarebro also says, no, the Discord was actively dumping on him for Hito 2. He shut it down because he couldn't cope. It was a relentless dog pile. He wanted his locals. Interesting. I was never in the Discord because signing up for Discords is gay. But if you do join my channel as a member, you do get access to my Discord.
Please don't ever let
Right,
it go.
basically just talk about my
unspoken
dinosaurs
that I'm
stuff.
very grateful for everything y'all are able to and decide to contribute to the show. And if you can't, like, well, you guys are members. You all are contributing in some way. But if you can't contribute any more than that or whatever, like it's never a requirement. It's, you know, the goal is just to put on a good show. And
are the good shows in the room with us now, sir?
And build a good community. That's my goal. That's what I like to do. And I say I'll do it for free. I don't know if I'd be able to do it as much for free. but again,
this is a man that, like, he's actively begging, by the way. Like, we saw this last time we covered him, but he's actually posting in his tweets, locals exclusive stream, please give me money. This man is so down bad. He's so desperate to get back his lifestyle, to get a glimpse of the glory days back. He's actually begging for money.
I really appreciate
he's a beggar
contributions and shit. I have been thinking about bringing back the Discord, so it's not off the table.
Oh my goodness, he's so desperate. He's bringing back the Discord.
I have to manage it differently. The problem is Locals does not have an API that.
All right, I think this is enough of this clip. I think there was something in here I was looking for, but I can't take it anymore. Like, that's like, holy shit. Yeah, the Dragon's Treasure said, rest assured there will be a response to his video in response to the one about that one, about the Dragon's Treasure being salty or whatever, and that he made it. I made you, bitch. All right, let's see. This is a quick one. Rekieta is still sad about April. Oh, how sad, chat. Can we like this stream so that, like, he feels better? Poor, he's sad, chat. He's sad. Oh, wait, is this the account? Hold on, let's change this real quick. If I play one more ad, the chat will just, like, they'll draw and quarter me, as they say. Couldn't let that happen. There
you have text messages from April as our relationship was fraying and falling apart. Yeah, they're gonna make me.
You have a wife, weirdo. What are you talking about? All right, you would fight with your wife about her all the time, and it would.
I like it that they had to censor whatever the fuck is going on in the Locals. This will be the death of Nick's channel, by the way. He honestly, he got a channel strike and was banned from streaming for just text on screen. And now he thinks it's a good idea to let the Locals chat post GIFs. This is going to be so... I'm waiting for it to happen.
Would make April feel like shit. You would have April come over, and when she...
Poly relationships are really, really tough.
No, they're not tough. They're stupid. Nobody in the history of the world has made a poly relationship work. And you were so dumb that you thought it would work for us. But it might work for us, as Tobias Funke would say.
They're really tough. I don't really recommend them.
would leave the house, have sex with her, and then send her back next door. Do I need to say...
I didn't do that. This is the best part. I actually didn't do that. She wanted me to. And I felt like that was wrong.
All right. So the argument here, it's wrong to fuck your side hoe in the side house because she's desperate and she's living off your grace and charity. But it's okay to fuck her inside the big Minnesota King marriage bed with the kids surrounding the room all around in the master bedroom. That's fine. But, you know, going off to the woods, down to the old Rekieta crack shack and having a bit of a bang, that would be a bridge too far. Okay, I believe that.
Because our relationship was separating. I should have, but I didn't.
Oh my goodness. Is there anyone who's bared a cross as large as Rekieta's?
Because I didn't feel like it was right.
I didn't
when I didn't do that.
Shut up, big bitch.
She said, "Get over here." Me. And I was like, I don't know, like I don't feel right doing that. Made her mad. Kind of sucked.
I think one of my all-time favorite streams was when we looked around the Rekieta crack shack and we found the SCP-173 toilet. Holy shit, that bathroom with that, like the brown water or whatever. It looks like a quartering had been in there. Maybe it had been. Maybe that's why it was so disgusting.
More? Are we done here?
Are you done?
Did your wife know that you were going to leave her for April? Is that what you told her?
I told this story earlier today.
This is going great.
Yes. I told April I would never leave my wife for her. And when I thought that Kayla was going to divorce me and I was massively
Then you were going to be with April.
Yes. Why is this confusing to you? Yes.
Do you see what I mean? Like how dumb she is?
No. I mean, Keanu is dumb, but she's right here. What you were doing is you're playing both sides. You were absolutely planning to ditch Kayla and go away with April, but you were trying to figure out a way that for Kayla to leave you so that you could keep your trust fund intact. That's the issue here. You said multiple times you want to be away from Minnesota. You want to be away from your bitch-ass wife. You want to be away from those rotten kids. You just want to live your Hollywood lifestyle. And you wanted to upgrade to a younger model. It didn't work out, though. How sad. You didn't get to keep your toys. It's like the Transformers all over again. And yes, he promised April that he was going to run away with her. What was it? His Valkyrie. I would never let anything happen to my Valkyrie. If you miss me, just look to the 3 wolves tattoo.
She's like, you're going to leave your wife. It's like, nope.
Why is he rehashing this mess? Nobody knows. Maybe he thinks he looks good in this situation? Question mark.
Dude, I thought she was going to leave me. She's like, and then you're going to be with April? Yeah. Like that was how that was going to work. If like I got divorced, I would have to move on to another relationship. Like that would be the plan. I think. I don't know why this is hard math.
Like, what if April hears this? Is like, yeah, in retrospect, Rachel was just what? April. God damn it. April was just a plan B. That's how I would describe it. Plan B. She was in the plan B house. She was the plan B bitch. And unfortunately, my parents wouldn't let me run away with her because of the trust fund. But, look, baby, I love you. You know that. If my wife dies, I guess I'll go away with you. What a fucking piece of shit thing to say to a person. Like, I don't have a lot of respect for April, but she deserves better than that, surely.
That like he keeps saying that he's going to leave his wife, he's going to leave Kayla, and that's what she said. That's what she said. Here's what she said. You want to hear it?
Hey, dummy, this is your conscience. And
I'm
yes,
2
you
minutes
are a cunt.
past
My heart out. You're the dumbest cunt ever.
He's talking about you and Kayla right now.
Imagine crashing out to a woman, Keanu no less. Like, somehow Keanu kept getting these W's over Nick, and I don't understand it. It's like I said, maybe she's just got like this elemental special attack type against him in particular. Scarecrow with a 5 says, Kayla wanting reconciliation ruined his master plan. It was her revenge. Mutually assured depression. Oh, say it ain't so. Now he's stuck in that bunker with 400 viewers on Rumble, eating noodles out of a cup. He used to be able to eat Aaron's cum out of his wife's pussy, but now he's eating 2-minute Maggi noodles. We're past 2 hours. I should be fine to say that now. Oh my goodness.
Emotionally abused by both of them.
I hope someone in chat is having breakfast right now.
He did acknowledge it weeks ago and apologized and cried.
When did
and said he only did it because he was hoping to get through this as us 3, and he felt her going away, and he didn't know what to do at the time. Now he realizes he doesn't know what he has, and he was trying to save it because he didn't know how to save it with her. So there you go.
Hey, which of these Rekieters is the real streamer? Like I'm seeing double here. 4 Rekieters.
You're an obvious.
Yeah, he's trying to get through it with just the 3 of them, but then it wasn't working. He didn't know he could save it with his wife, but then he did, and he was able to. Yes, it was really traumatic. It was hard. It was very sad. I'm still sad about it.
Actually, this is a weird question. Never mind. I was going to ask something very vile. I'm not going to ask it, though. I'm going to think better of it for once in my life.
What do you want? Like, but that's how life goes sometimes. That's, things don't work out the way you want them to.
So you wanted to leave? Wait a minute. He says things don't work out like you wanted to. So you did want to leave your wife?
Break up with someone that I was still in love with, and I still had
he's in love
tremendous
with her.
amount of feelings for.
She's married now.
Feelings that were strong enough that I would have married her if I was not otherwise attached. But I promised, and have always promised, that I would never leave my wife. Didn't
you make a promise not to fuck other women? Not to have other men fuck her? Come raw in her pussy? I'm pretty sure that's, well, maybe not that in particular, but I'm pretty sure there's something to that effect in marriage vows. Hey, look, I made a promise to stay with this woman. I didn't say anything about other women, though. Am I right, guys? No, holy shit. Just to pretend this is he tried to justify his swinging relationship through the Bible. He's like, well, the Bible doesn't say there's anything wrong with swinging. In fact, they probably encourage it to tell you the truth about it. How can Kayla continue to be a man who says things like that? Well, Kayla's lazy, and she's just waiting for Nick to die so that she can collect the trust fund, obviously.
That promise from...
Because nobody knows what Kayla does in the house. She doesn't cook. She just heated him up a can of soup in a cup. I would much rather be eating Kurt's delicious soup on the Kurt cooking show. Are you making that mushroom soup this week, Kurt? What are you cooking up in the Kurt's kitchen? You should rebrand it. That should be your channel, Kurt. Just make it Kurt's kitchen.
Moment we decided to get married. If she were to leave me, I guess that would be the only way we'd break up. But
well,
she
dare to
has it.
dream, Dick. Dare to dream.
Thank God. The moment that it was not going to work out.
This is Chat Cool Boy. He's sad. Wait,
being
do I
the
still
three of
have
us.
that clip? I think I do have it in my folder where he talks about being sad and alone.
Was when I said, I told her, like, I can't.
How much is his trust fund? Nobody really knows, but it's highly suspected that his trust fund enabled him to pay off his student loans, his mortgage, law school, and there's a certain amount per family member per month. So, you know, some people have put forth the idea of like $1,000 per member per month, so like $7,000 passive income. If it goes between all of the 7 of them in the house, maybe that's why he was trying to get Aaron and April to join them. Maybe there was be an extra 2K. Who knows? Nobody really knows for sure. You'd have to ask Ty Beard or somebody, as he is the executor or the manager of that trust fund. But that's the running theory, and some people that I've talked to in confidence have confirmed that it's very likely to be true, that he gets additional money per child, and essentially he's just a welfare clean. Like I told you, he wanted to be black his entire life, and now he's living the dream.
Do it.
Staying at home, collecting money from the government, aka his parents. Scarecrow with a 5 says, Nick's promise doesn't cover everything in his power to make... Nick's promise doesn't cover doing anything in his power to make Kayla leave. I don't quit people. People quit me. That's true. He did say that. Big support from Scarecrow today. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, Scare.
Can't do it. But we both knew the score on that. The score was always that.
And we're going to hear about his trust, about his thing.
That wasn't going to happen. Like I said, I did think that I was going to get, you know, from the marriage for a while.
Just when I thought I was out, she pulls me back in. You know, I bet Aaron made better soup in a cup than Kayla. I mean, he actually heated things up on a stove. You know, he made SpaghettiOs in a plate. And now he's eating Maggies. Actually, do they have Maggies in America? Maybe I'm just making a reference that nobody even fucking knows about. This is like the Australian version of 2-minute noodle ramen. He's getting Maggies soup in a cup. Campbell's Coop soup in a cup.
There's some really specific and personal reasons for that. Those reasons don't exist anymore. It's really great. It's a really awful circumstance as to why those reasons existed and what they are.
Redacted Thought says, just use Brave, the browser, and don't see those annoying. Like, I have YouTube Premium. It's a good product. It's just how it happens that I'm logged out of my YouTube Premium account. So I logged into it, and now the ads are gone, okay? We haven't had a problem with ads for a long time because I pay for Premium. Plus, like, if I didn't disable the ads, then you wouldn't have got to see that alien rape that chick and have her ass slapped. That was a what the fuck ad, actually, to be honest.
I don't think those will ever be public, and that's okay.
The Japanese ads are based. It's funny.
But it's
all part of the show.
There are some reasons for confusion. There are some reasons for what was going on, and finding out like it was a mess. It was really tough. It's not whatever anybody like might be thinking. It's not like, oh, there's another relationship or anything. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's nothing like that at all. Everything that we did was consensual.
Look at this dumbass commenter. That can really test a marriage. You mean fucking other people? I suppose.
That's
oh
it.
my god! Like the insights of the Rekieta supporters is
work.
fascinating.
It didn't work. I don't recommend it. It's a fucking mess. SF aka SF says, "What the foxtrot is it Keanu's business? What goes on in your freaking bedroom anyway?" None. It was actually nobody's business.
Oh my god!
Cool Boy says he's sad. Yeah,
he's sad.
I am. Like I said, the circumstances around
this is one of the things that Nick has got onto recently. Is like, it's nobody's business. Then don't talk about it. If I had a fucking sunflower seed allergy and I said, look, guys, I have a sunflower seed allergy. Okay, don't talk about it. And then you guys are like, what the fuck? This guy has a sunflower seed allergy? We can't expect to listen to his takes on politics because he can't even digest fucking sunflower seeds. What a fucking bitch ass stomach boy this guy is. And I said, don't talk about it. It's not your business. I can't very well complain because I told you about it. Now, I don't have a sunflower seed allergy. I'm not allergic to anything, okay, chat? So you can trust me that I have good opinions because I can digest sunflower seeds. I'm just an example, okay? It's like a shark. You got a pet shark, and you take it to the ocean to see the big sharks eating fish. I don't know where I'm going with that.
This is really, really shitty. It wasn't anybody's business. You would have known none of
this is actually
but
true.
other people decided to make it the world's business against my wishes. Miss PG Keen,
this is so hypocritical. His entire career is based on making people's embarrassing moments public information. His first fucking stream was about Maddox versus Dick Masterson. Did Maddox want his dirty laundry thrown out in the public space? Did Vic Mignogna, Jamie Markey, Monica Riol, Ron Toye, did they want their dirty laundry put in the thing? Your entire channel, his entire channel, the entire legal profession as a whole is people's dirty laundry. And this is his career. And moreover, he'll spend hours a day watching this and playing body cams inside people's house. And then he'll say, look, you can't see a body cam from inside my house because that's private. Rules for thee, but not for me is the catchphrase of the Rekieta household. It's so infuriating, so hypocritical. This man stands for nothing except whatever's going to give him his next fix or skeleton-style blowjob from skinny bitches on cocaine that he's actually admitted to giving women cocaine so that they'll fuck him. Surprisingly, also, his daughter tested positive for cocaine, so I don't know about that, but that's a bit of a woe buddy to me.
Woman is Gabe Hoffman.
Exactly.
Unless you mean the one on the
My
left,
life private,
which is
your life
Keanu
public.
Thompson. Keanu Thompson is a friend of Aaron Imholt and was a friend of April Imholt, who I had a relationship with. We don't really need to, like, that's a long lore thing.
That's prostitution? I don't think that's prostitution. I think that's rape. If you're getting people high or taking advantage of, like, crack addicts to fuck them, I would say that's more likely to be rape. Well, no, I guess it depends on the child and the person, right, Nick?
If you ever want to know, email me and I'll send you the whole story. But either way, she hates me. Here's the real, here's the secret.
Wait till you
guys.
hear
Like,
this.
here's the funniest part of this. The reason Keanu hates me is because I didn't marry April. That's why she hates me.
Huh?
She believes I was lying and stringing her along, which is not true. And so
No, I think Kayla, I think sorry, there's a Freudian truth about to slip out that Kayla hates him, but I think that Keanu hates you because you destroyed her fucking life by introducing her to drugs. You admitted that you were the first person to teach her how to do cocaine and all these other things. Whippets, I would assume, as well, which basically fucked up your life to the point that you couldn't even stand up because your back was being broken, blown out, not by the bulls, but by the vitamin Bull 12. Oh, well, that didn't really work. That joke didn't really land. But because he had no vitamins, he had to go get his ass injections. All right, there you go. His sad chat. All right. There's so much Rekieta. All right, I think we can do like 2 more of these. God damn, these are long. We're gonna watch the Sector King, and then 1 more. I can't do 3 more clips. That's what I had scheduled for today. We're gonna do 2 more. All right, Sector PPP is king. Let's see what this one's about. Oh, hold on a second. I'll log out of this. Otherwise, we'll get cut by ads again. Oh my goodness, the YouTube's figured me out. They're not letting me change my channel. But I have a way around this. I'll reopen my previous tab that wasn't on an ad space, and then I'll. Oh my god, I didn't save the fucking clip. There we go. All right, there we go.
The Sector, the poisonous pox
The Sector
of my past. One of the few things that like I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the people who boosted me and brought me onto shows and stuff.
Like Ralph, I
The
made
Sector
you, bitch.
and that audience, for what it's worth.
There's no ads coming, I
who
promise
watched
you.
my show for a long time. But now I'm in a completely different place than them and would love to disassociate. But it's a really difficult thing to do.
No, not really. You just stop talking about the sector, and then you just cover other topics, and then you go away. That's how it works. Maybe people will keep talking about you, but you won't be there to hear them. It's literally that simple. One simple trick. Plenty of people have escaped the sector. A Scarecrow with another 5. Oh my gosh. He says, Nick admits to teaching April drugs. He also says he was the sole drug provider. That's true. He also said women will trade for drugs. Do the math. Yes, he did. Which I would argue in some cases was probably taking advantage of intoxicated women or women that are addicted to a substance. And Nick knew very well that he could use it to control them. But who knows?
It's a really difficult thing to do because they relentlessly try to bring you back into that fold.
Then just don't talk about them. Like, why you talk if you don't want to be in the sector? And he hates being adjacent to the sector, and he's like stuck between the sector and the Devilverse, which is, I guess he's like piggy in the middle, being spit roasted by the sector and the Devilverse. Interesting, because he's a laughingstock in both of them. It's really quite a feat. Because Aaron is only a laughingstock in one of them. Like, this really does take the extra mile. But like, just don't comment on it ever. Just ignore the chats, move on, and talk about the lore. Like, if Nick wants to be successful, he could be. All he has to do is be boring and talk about the lore and just copy what the other lore tubers are doing. He might have to go on a couple of their shows, put in his hours, because he's a small channel of just about under 500 live viewers. We've all been under 500 Andy. Okay, it happens. We'll probably have under 500 Andy again sometime. Nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, maybe if you've lost 100,000 live concurrent viewers, over 99% of your audience has abandoned you, maybe. But there's no harm in being a little hobby YouTuber in it. All right, let's hear about the sector. Who's the king? Who's the king?
Speaking of folds, one of the key figures in the sector now is the corpulent overlord, PPP. And I will say that PPP is probably the king of the sector. Some people might disagree.
I mean, it's probably
some people
pretty
might
true.
disagree, but I don't. I think PPP is king of the sector. He's like Jabba the Hutt. He's a massive ham beast. He knows it. He came on my show. He said he was fat, so he took that on himself. I actually, I thought he was quite trim, but he said he's fat and giant, and he is Jabba-esque in many ways, including the snail trail and the smell. And you know that little gremlin creature that hangs around with Jabba the Hutt? That's a guy named Andy Worski.
No, if the best Salacious Crumb and Jabba the Hutt duo is Barnes and Viva Fry. Like, that's the best duo. I don't think anyone can top it, because like Jabba is like hairless and he's just a blob, just like Barnes. And Barnes just sits there going ooh, 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 and then Viva Fry's like So I think this analogy has already been made, and it goes to the Viva La Barnes, or whatever his name is.
And PvP definitely is the ruler of Andy Worski. Worski is too dumb to know what's going on in any given moment, and so he has a parent effectively in PvP.
This is such a stupid thing. Like, unironically, they are a perfect duo. They complement each other so well. It's very rare to get a duo like that actually play off each other. Like, Ashton has got like the more serious research, but Andy brings in like the entertainment side. It's actually like, the straight man and the fall guy. It's like a classic duo that has been repeated in comedy since the dawn of time. It's really pretty simple if you think about it.
He was a weirdo who really hated Ethan Ralph. He really hated Ralph, like constant hatred for Ralph. And this is where he came from. And I think it was Ralph. Maybe it was Josh. I don't know. All these guys are fat. And like, so it's hard to know which one it is, but I'm pretty sure it was Ralph. And so PPP and Ralph had a long-term fight. PPP, though, was a man of the people, and he did not monitor.
JF was the best Worski partner. How many duos have these had? It's kind of crazy. Like, Andy's like adjacent to everybody. He's quite prolific in the entire sector of the internet.
His content, because that was the only way to have honest, noble reporting and true participation in the sector. The soul of the sector was not making any money, which is weird because everybody in the sector made money. So I don't know.
No, this is not true. Like, Nick is getting confused here with I think specifically PPP was like doing the similar thing to Godwinson at the time. I can't remember what it was called, but they had like a genre of making YouTube videos that was like super low effort. Can anyone remember what this was called? Like, they would play like boom boxes would do the music in the background. There was like no editing, no cuts. It was like a very avant-garde style. I can't remember what it's called. It was the Kino Dogma. Okay, I guess that sounds about right. But it wasn't like everyone in the sector. Like, the kill stream was probably like the center of the sector for a very long time. In fact, Ralph coined the phrase. And the entire reason of the kill stream was to make money for Ralph and never pay Gator or anything. So suffer Gator. Scarebro says, Nick hates Andy for outing Kayla's wandering hands. That's true. She did try to grope him while he was drunk, blackout. So that means that she tried to rape him. It's a weird thing. But yes, the Kino Dogma, that's right. You guys got it. You guys are more true and honest fans than I am.
Where that came from, but that was the claim. Now, that lasted until literally the one time
One time PPP turned on monetization because his audience was like, no, do it for one stream. Never went back.
I'm not sure if this is accurate. Maybe when the Kino Casino goes over this, they might talk about it and elucidate to people with the deepest lore. I remember this was very much the case with Jim. Like Jim was like one of those guys that would never take money. And like the internet was a very different place like 10, 15 years ago. It was super cringe to, and people would make fun of you if you started a Patreon or even ask for any type of compensation. So this was a thing. And I remember that Jim eventually turned on monetization finally because he had his cancer treatment, which mercifully he is recovering from. So good for him. I guess the Medicare actually came through. But yeah, that was like a big like tonal shift in his content when he's like, okay, I'll accept the money now. And people are happy to give it to him because he entertained them for years for free. And they liked his content, which is exactly why Nick isn't making money now. And he's only got a few people that are just basically sitting around wanting to talk about Kurt. Because Kurt like is a very divisive person. And the people that hate Kurt really hate Kurt. So if Nick just talks about whatever the mushroom soup of today is or whatever fried onions that Kurt's making, then the people always show up for that. And they've even tried to get me into it. Like the weird Kurt A-logs were trying to get me to cover his patent filings or something back when I was talking about like other stuff, because apparently they thought I was like the content cop of the LawTube or something because I covered 2 lawyers. And they're like, well, you must also have to cover Kurt now. To be fair, I did call out Kurt when he did the copyright striking, but he got better. He had his character art redeemed. He's redeemed Kurt now. Trent Johnson with a 30 says, well, it's actually for 10, but it's tricked me. It's a 10. It's the Midwest cuckening. First Rekieta, now Quarter Planet. I think there's something about the cold states. It drives people crazy. Maybe it's not enough sunlight. I don't know why I hate him this much. It's bizarre on you. Good question. I have my own theories, but I've talked about them before.
He got paid and he never went back. All those principles went right into his gravity well and disappeared because he...
What principle? He started accepting donations. It's not wrong to make money entertaining people. That's perfectly fine.
As none at all. None at all. You can ask his alleged victim roommate, but we don't need to talk about that.
Who's that? Is that Surfer? I don't know much about the Surfer law.
We don't need to talk about who's the victimizer there. We don't need to talk about that history at all. We'll just go ahead and pass it off. But PvP and Andy Warski have this show called The Kino Casino. You can watch it on Kick. It's apparently very
free
good.
I mean, no, actually, this is not free advertisement for the Kino Casino because nobody watches Nick. Like my show is doing more charity work for Nick's show than he's doing for the Kino Casino.
I have not ever watched it. Don't have any desire.
What? No, hold up. Liar.
Watch it on Kick. It's apparently very good. I have not ever watched it. Do
you think he's watched the casino, chat? If you've seen the clips, you've watched the casino, okay? If you don't, he's like, well, this is technically a true statement by lawyer standards because I don't watch it on Kick. I only watch the clip channel. Liar. How would you know it's a good show if you haven't seen it? Is it because it has an audience 10 to 20 times larger than yours? Is that why it's a good show? I mean, it is an entertaining show. It just is too long for me. Except that's why I just watch the clips. I'm not invested in all the Jokers. I think like DSP is my least favorite. Although there's been some funny ones for it. I like the iDubbbz. I like the quartering especially, and a few other characters.
I don't have any desire to. I'm not criticizing it. From what I hear, it is very well done. And both of those guys have the ability to be charismatic. So I have no doubt that it's an entertaining show. I do know that some of the stuff they've said about me is of questionable veracity, but they kind of couch the way they deliver information into a hyperbolic sort of jokey structure. And
the word that Nick is looking for here is they make it entertaining, which is the opposite of what Nick's doing right now.
The reason they do this is, I'm guessing, very strategic. Many of the things they say are outright defamation. I mean,
it's very strategic. So Andy and PvP are back in the war room. They're sitting around in Canada. There's like moose outside. The Canadian Mounties are like patrolling because they, if they go outside, they get arrested, I guess. They're like, all right, Andy, here's the strategy. Oh, the camera's giving up. It's over, chat. It's never been so over. Here's the strategy, Andy. We're going to be funny. This is our strategic plan. We're going to be funny and get an audience. Wow. Never would have figured that out. I guess this is news to Nick, though. But should I change the battery? No, I'm just going to leave it off. Fuck it.
Outright defamation. But they're delivered in such a way. They're delivered in such a way with comedy,
with parody, with hyperbole, that whether or not people believe it and accept it as true is questionable. Now, undoubtedly, some people do believe and accept as true what they say. But it's hard to tell if they even believe that it's true. And it's hard to tell that they're actually making factual statements. And it's a brilliant structure. And they have to do it this way because they're in Canada. And if anybody actually decided to sue them, they might just get mouthed by the Canadian court system. Because
no, this is just even Americans do this. What are you talking about?
Isn't a First Amendment in
allegedly
Canada. And they don't have the same
Minecraft.
speech protection.
Everybody does this.
But what's the point of doing that? They speak to a sizable audience, an enviable audience for many streamers.
They usually have like 5,000 to 6,000, 7,000, 10,000 on a big day. That's a very enviable audience. Now, this is funny for Nick to say. It's not funny for me to say. Like, I would love to have 6,000 live people watching. Yeah, of course I would. That'd be amazing. But Nick used to have 100,000 people watching him live. He could do anything he wanted, and he threw it all away. And now he's looking at 6,000 people as an unattainable goal that he will never achieve again. How embarrassing.
Included. They speak to an enviably sized audience, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a rather small amount of people who, even if they do believe this stuff, these are not people who are
Then why does it matter? If it's a small group of people that don't matter, then why do you care? Why are you talking about it right now? Why can't you escape the sector if there's a small group of people?
Really economically affecting anybody. They want to watch, they want to be informed and then be entertained. And so they take these stories and they might believe them, they might not. They might chitter about them a little bit online, but ultimately it's a group of people engaging in entertainment. And that's the primary purpose of Kino Casino. And
isn't that the primary purpose of everything on YouTube? Even no, documentaries are for entertainment. Legal education is for entertainment. It's all for entertainment. Watching a court drama, watching live true crime is for entertainment. Everything is for entertainment. What are you talking about? This is the most fundamental fact of YouTube, and he doesn't get it.
So one thing I really do respect about those guys, you'll rarely hear me say anything respectful about them. I just tend to let them go and do their own thing. and prefer to ignore them because of some complicated past that we don't need to really get into. But that being said, I will say what they have done and the thing that they built is pretty, it's pretty brilliant. I'm very surprised that they've pulled it off. I'm very proud that they have. Good job. I wish them tons of luck. I hope they make $1 million.
No, he said it. God damn it. Why can't he wish me $1 million? Now they're actually going to be rich. Fuck. Although Scarebro's on his way to making me rich tonight. He says, Kurt, Nick is a narcissist. He thinks you really should have been grateful for his friendship and not mocking you. Rejecting him incurred a massive narc injury. That's true. Kurt was like one of the lawyers to the Baldo Washers. He was one of the last people off the ship. Once he saw the writing on the wall, he understood. He saw the truth and he was redeemed. Poor Kurt. But now he's the one that suffers for it. But not really, though, because Nick's words are pointless and meaningless.
It's mostly just people who like to engage in this entertainment and this gossipy stuff, whatever. But PvP came out and kind of just took over the sector. Kino Casino runs it all now, and that's that. Josh from Mad at the Internet, I don't know where he wants to be within the sector, other than I'm pretty sure wherever he wants to be, it's a male asshole. Like that.
No, he's the scroll keeper. He's the keeper of the sacred texts.
That is an ultimate goal of his.
Huh? This is a man that licked a man live on stream, and then he's talking about other people being gay. I mean, I guess Nick would be the expert on this subject.
Homosexual tendencies have been around for a very, very long time. He has censored and suppressed any discussion of his youthful musings.
Doesn't Null have a thread on the Kiwi Farms? I mean, I'm not sure, Kiwi Bros. Maybe please respond. KWF Bros, please respond. I'm pretty sure you can talk about Null's past on the Kiwi Farms. He's the one man that does have the power to censor it as well.
About how he just, couldn't get hard for anything other than very young
he does?
males.
Yeah, he does. I thought so.
I don't know why. I don't know why that is.
And this man is here trying to spin this story that they're the ones that are gilding the lily. And yeah, everybody does for entertainment value. But he is so out of touch with reality that it has to be intentional. Because if he actually believes this, I feel sorry for him. I guess he has to sculpt his own world where he's not a complete loser that destroyed his life. This is the only way he can get out of his bed in the morning without driving his Mustang into a fucking cow.
But, you know, Josh has a very complicated sexual history, fueled by the upbringing of his mother. Josh has long been a rather solitary creature. He is openly associated with pedophiles at a dramatic level.
Oh, this is not a card that Nick wants to play. Who is Nick's friend group? Vito, Riley, Ralph, Cuties Enjoyers, Scarlett what is his name? Scarlett Hampton. Nick is not the person that should bring up pedophilic urges. He has so many weirdos in his personal trust group. It is really quite bizarre.
The moderator of boards on 8chan, the boards on 8chan, the slash
like I forgot Melton. Like they keep coming. It keeps coming up.
Pedo board, in which he corralled all the pedos into one place and just made it so they couldn't use pictures. So all they could do is just talk about how much they like kids or whatever with each other, and you know, link up and stuff like that. So you know, that Josh has this very complicated history with the internet, a history that he has desperately worked to prevent the release of. Though he's fine with everybody else's history being splayed all over and speculation about it, his history is rather off limits. But Josh might be in contention for king of the sector, but he really doesn't hold a candle to PPP in the Keno Casino.
Very insightful stuff. Do we want to watch one more, chat? Do you want to watch one more video? I could change the camera battery. We've got this one. Nick loses his house to foreclosure on purpose and trouble with YouTube's algorithm. Or Nick Rekieta will not be settling with Steel Toe. Do we want to watch one more? One more? Okay. I gotta change the battery, so I'll be right back, chat. All right. Play a message from our sponsor.
Guys, again, please like the stream if you haven't, and please support it. I really need the stream to be a good stream. Yesterday, I had 2 streams that didn't do so well. Right now, we're around $100 to support. We got an hour left. It'd be great to get some more. I know the virtual boy stuff, sadly, there's not much I can do about that. I can't capture it, right? We could emulate it on PC later if you want. But this has been fun. You guys are suggesting games for me to check out, and I appreciate that. Let's get some support going for the stream. Okay? I'll be right back.
All right. Actually, I did it in time. That's very good. All right. One more. You get one more. I think we'll do the longer one then. Hold on a second. I gotta change this real quick. Switch account. Because in all my, I have to log it. Like YouTube is so stupid sometimes. All right. I don't have a dummy battery now. Which would be the thing to do, but I don't have one. I gotta stop using my actual camera as a web camera. I do have a web camera. I'm just too lazy to plug it in. That's the truth about it. Usually my streams don't go over 2 hours, so it's not a problem. It's only a problem when I'm dyno streaming, which is every weekend except this weekend. We got the Trudon troublemaking coming up. Gonna be a lot of fun. Is this Nick's actual talking speed? Holy shit! I'm so accustomed. Like, wait, hold on a second. Listen to Nick talk. Is this his actual talking speed? Holy shit! There we go. Yeah, it was only 100 times nicer than before. I guess. Oh, fuck it, muted. Fuck! Third time. Oh my goodness, I'm seething, chat. I'm actually scuffed. Biggest show of the month, and I fucked it all up. Retard alert. Anyway. All right.
Slayba3 says, I don't understand how Nick keeps his family afloat financially. Surely not just from streaming. Yeah, from streaming. I make a nice income. It was nicer before than it is now. I'm hoping to get back towards the the progress I was making in the past.
Never going to happen. You've lost 99% of your earning and 99% of your viewer base. They're not coming back. It would be the biggest Houdini trick in the world to bring this all back. It's never going to happen. Maybe it's time to move on to that faceless anonymous channel and start again from scratch. It's time to re-roll. In fact, I'd suggest he re-rolls IRL as well. Start that new game plus. Maybe you get a better draw in the next live. Busted, welcome. 1 membership. Thank you very much.
But I'm going to it's going to take a while. There's some penance involved. There's some algorithmic issues involved and stuff like that. It's a process to rebuild.
The algorithm is the biggest cope. No, it doesn't. It's not doing that. This is the algorithm. Make videos people want to watch. YouTube doesn't mean the creator. It means the audience. YouTube serves the audience. It gives them videos they want to watch, not videos you want to make. Learn that and it's perfectly fine.
Taking over a year off of YouTube, it pretty much kills the channel.
No, not really. What happens is that YouTube suggests your videos to people that have watched in the last 28 days. And if they haven't watched any of your videos in 28 days, it might check the 90-day fragment. It might even check a couple years down the line. What happens is if you come back after being outed as a serial abuser, as your daughter testing positive for cocaine, as a cuckold, but most, some would argue the worst of it was the hypocrisy, then you betray what made you popular in the first place. So it's not that you're coming back and the algorithm's forgotten you, it's that your audience has moved on because you were never who you said you were. It was all a joke, all a facade from the beginning. Kurt with a $5 says, get a dummy battery. Oh my God. No. Maybe.
And there are real questions, honestly, about whether you should revive a channel that has has died or has gone through a major algorithmic shift, because new channels are.
Is he actually wearing 2 rings? Somebody mentioned that earlier in chat. I'm noticing it now. Also, Podlucky, new member. Much
treated differently by the algorithm because it doesn't have a big history of shit to look through. It just says, oh, this channel's doing this. I understand how to deal.
No. It's kind of true that small channels with no views do get pushed by the algorithm to see if there's to test the audiences. That does happen. But starting a news channel from scratch is very, very difficult, especially if you don't have an existing audience to bring over. That's one of the best things you can do is actually, if you have a big audience, is, make a couple backup channels and get people to subscribe to you, because that first 1,000 subscribers, that first 3,000 watch hours is brutal. It's really difficult. If he tried to start again from a new channel, it would be a complete flop. And we know that because we can look at his Rumble stats. We can look at his YouTube stats. The thing is, he's not competitive in the current space because he doesn't talk about the law and he's branded as a law channel. That's really as simple as it is. I would love to see him try this anonymous channel and just fall flat on his face. And then he actually realizes the only reason he has any audience left over is because he had such a massive audience at one point that by the laws of averages, some of them be retarded enough to keep following him no matter what he does, including having his children test positive for cocaine.
This and send it out. And so people get a lot of success creating a new channel versus trying to revive, a damaged old channel. I don't know the answer.
There's no such thing as a damaged old channel. If you want to start a new channel, just unlist all your videos, because unlisting a video basically erases it from the YouTube's memory. There's literally no reason to start another channel unless you want to do a different topic and you want to keep both channels going. If you just want to have one channel, you can just unlist everything and start again. It's that simple. Or just wait 28 days for the cycle to refresh. This, the algorithms attacking my channel, I'm being suppressed, I'm being shadow banned, it's all cope. And it's all coming from the same people that have the same garbage content that got boring 20 years, or not 20 years ago, that's a stretch, but it got boring 5 years ago. These are the people that didn't move on. The thing with Nick is he was off the platform for a year and he wasn't there to remember or to take part in the changing of the culture. He didn't evolve. He was phased out.
I know that this is my channel that I built. And so I'm going to just work here. Okay, here we go. Slava says, you're a few streams a week with less than 1,000 average viewers, paid for a huge house and 5 kids. I paid off my house a long time ago.
How? No, your parents paid off your house. How did a man that never had a serious job move from several different ones because he was such a terrible salesman, who then went to law school as an adult, pay for a house mortgage, and 5 children while the mother was sitting at home watching Star Trek? How did you afford that? You couldn't, unless you won the lottery, which you did by your grandparents eventually running into oil money and then paying off all of your debts. Must have been nice, because Nick was bragging about his entire channel, his entire house being paid off early in his stream, back when he was actually about 400 viewer Andy, which is where he is now. It's a nice little bit of recursion there. He was bragging to people like, you can't cancel me because my mortgage is paid for. I can never be canceled. He said that a long time, and he was right in some respect. And everyone always wondered how he did it. It's like, well, how do you know that's kind of cool? Like, he's been streaming for like 6 months and he's paid off his YouTube. No, it didn't happen like that. It's because his parents paid for it. His grandparents paid for it.
I mean, I had a mortgage on this house.
He
but
had
like
2
that
houses,
mortgage
indeed.
was actually weirdly for the other house. And it's a complicated story that has to do with investments and how money moves around in the background. Doesn't really.
No, what happened is Nick mortgaged one of the houses to try and make a bunch of money, and then he ended up losing one of the houses. Your master investor, sir. Let me explain to you poors how finance works.
Matter. It's not your.
And most likely he mortgaged the house so he could keep his $20,000 a month cocaine habit going without, losing the appearance of being a wealthy man, because his YouTube channel was failing at the time and he wanted to keep that pie lifestyle going. Just one more round, 2 more weeks.
Business. I don't mean that in a rude way, and it's not that interesting. But long story short, I do okay. Always want to do better, but I do okay. And
I mean, I don't know if begging for money is okay. That's pretty pathetic. That's DSP tier.
My house is paid off. My cars are, well, there's a little bit left on one of my cars, but my cars are paid off. I don't know. How do you do it? How does anybody? But it doesn't really matter. Okay. Slayman says, tell us more how you started with 2 houses and ended up with 1.
Why would you entertain these troll chats?
I'll tell you. So when I bought this house,
Is this really 1.25? Can we go faster? I don't think we're going to make it, chat. This is so... What is his second? He is wearing 2 rings.
Sold the other house to buy this house. But instead, I leveraged.
Actually, I've never really thought about this before, but he is actually he is rewarding the best trolls. There's like a troll arms race in his chat to be the funniest and most offensive troll, and they're becoming super highly evolved trolls that know exactly how to felt him. It really is fantastic to see it happening live. Scarebro with another 5 says, one theory there is about an educational trust that he was skimming by homeschooling. Oh, that's a good one too. I've heard about that. Yeah. And with 3 in a private school now, he's splitting the purse. Interesting. That does make sense.
The existing debt that I had in other investments, which I had a higher return on investment than the cost of the loan. So I shifted this pocket of money that would have gone to, I guess, pay off a house or whatever.
You know what? I know why he's wearing 2 rings. It's not because he's swinging again. It's because he's so weak. If he walks with 1 ring off his hands, he gets unbalanced and falls over. So it's all about equalizing the load.
And instead, I held onto the property, and then I let other people live there because they needed a place to live. And I was able to afford to let them live there at a very, very low rent. Very low rent.
Financial advisor.
Because they needed help. And you just help people when you can. If you have something.
He did everything to get those family out of that house so he could move in his second bitch into that house. I'll tell you what he lost his money on. I bet he was financial genius. He was I've been noticing that pumpkins have been going up all month through September. And I think they're going to cash out right about January. That was his legal strategy. There's your Simpsons reference for the day.
You can help someone and it doesn't harm you. You do it. So I carried the debt that I would have eliminated by selling the other house. I carried that on me for a while because it didn't cost me that much in the grand scheme of things. And I was able to help out some friends. Then when things kind of went south, I had to get rid of that house, which was ultimately the original intent. Anyway, I had held onto that house about 4 or 5 years longer than I wanted to. That's okay. And so I got rid of the house to get rid of the debt.
Hey, look, guys, I lost the house because I sold at the bottom of the market, but it's okay. It's perfectly fine. I'm fine. I like me.
That I'd been carrying, moved money around. So what I did was I took a couple $100,000 of money, and rather than just paying it off and having it go away, I
got Dad to pay for my mortgage. Whew, thanks, Dad. You bailed me out again.
Invested it in something that yielded a higher return than the money was costing me. It's called abrogation. It's
No,
how
it's because you
banks
lost
make
a
money
house.
off of you.
And you almost lost both houses.
You should try it if you can, because it's a great way to live, and it's how.
Oh,
it's
I'm
how
sorry.
wealthier-
I'm sorry, chat. You're simply too poor to understand this. I'm sorry. The peasants, I grace them with my brilliance. They couldn't understand. It really is as simple as get daddy to pay for it. Oops, forgot to pay my mortgage. Daddy, pay for it. Oops, ended up in jail. Daddy bailed me out. Oops. Oh my goodness.
People tend to do most things, how they leverage debt
Listen up,
into
Paws.
making money. It doesn't always work. There's risk involved. You could end up not having a higher yield than the cost of your debt. Or you could maybe get arrested, for example, and then have some, have to scrap your plan a little
Yeah,
earlier
to be fair, it's mummy's
or whatever.
money,
Like
right?
that
That's
can
right.
happen too. So, but yeah, I mean, that's how, I normally
Return of an old sponsor of the show, Galaxy Gas Shop USA, with a $2 Australian suspiciously says, I can tell you where Nick's money went.
the ideal path.
This is defamation. Sorry to hear about your sunflower seed allergy. Thank you for the 5 slam star production. It's not true. I'll eat a bag of sunflower seeds right fucking now, but I don't have any in the house.
Would have been to sell that other house when we bought this house.
It's like you don't even want to see
Like
me
I
eat
said,
the
I had
sunflower seeds.
other uses for it, and so I just carried the debt.
Maybe I will.
Does that
Except
help?
I'm going to be gone on Friday, so I
Nick,
can't.
you don't fund your own life. There's no shame in that. It's where you are in life. What are you taught? Like, you have no idea what my income is, right? Like, you don't have any idea. I suppose.
Actually, the funny thing about being a live streamer is you know exactly how much money they're making because it's all public and they pop up and says $5. Now, if it's coming from super tips, it may not be accurate. Okay. It could be a little bit of a bamboozle. But no, it's actually very simple to calculate how much a YouTuber earns. It's all public information, essentially, except for the ad rates, which are pretty easy to calculate if you even have a little bit of experience in it.
But you tell me, I guess, how I do it. Like, I would literally.
Well, I mean, for an 8-hour live stream, Nick is making approximately $30 to $50, which is less than a lawyer would make. So that's how much he's making. Now, hey, it's still a couple $100 a day. Not really lawyer money. Bit of a waste of time.
telling you exactly what I was doing. But you're lucky you have parents who can do so much for you. Yes, my parents have been wonderful and able to help out. But believe it or not, I have to still pay my own bills. I don't know.
Man whose father paid for his mortgage because you couldn't pay for it on time. I still pay my own bills, except when daddy does it for me, which has happened several times.
Where you guys think the world is or what it matters to you. But I still make 6 figures of income.
Hey, look, 6 figures of income doesn't go a long way when you're buying pre-cooked eggs. Kayla's so lazy, she doesn't even cook eggs. Like in New Zealand, she would be beheaded already for being an invalid. Woman, cook me some eggs. She wouldn't make it over there. Scarecrow with a 2 says Super Tips leaderboard puts Nick under Mersh on average. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't trust any information that comes from Pedo Tips, but Nick is consistently not even in the top 5. So there you go.
And I don't know what else. I don't know what else to tell you. I said I used to make more than I make now.
This is maybe it's because I'm getting late. Like I usually don't have the stamina to go more than 2 hours. I know it's embarrassing for a streamer to say that, but these 6 figures are that's very funny.
Used to make more 6 figures than I make today. I still make 6 figures of income. Settle down now. What's my allowance? Tell me what my allowance is, please. Go ahead. It'd be amazing. I would love to hear it.
Oh, look at the YouTube members for 1 sub on Nick's shop.
It's $3,000 for snacks to start. I get $3,000 a month for snacks. Oh, that's cool.
Nick is so brain dead that he can't even remember his own memes and lore. So he was paying $3,000 a month to feed his kids in SpaghettiOs, I guess. And I'm not even kidding. He literally bought pre-boiled eggs. I really want to use the N-word to say this because this N-word can't even cook eggs. He can't even peel an egg. He's too busy for it. Oh my goodness. I would give so much to see that snack budget. I need to see it. I think the nanny was skinning off the top or something. It had to be, right? Surely. Holy shit.
That's amazing. I'll go look for it. Anyway, adios. Real Patriot Party. I dream of having your snack allowance. Please have these folks explain to me what they know about your secret so I can snack like a king too. I have no idea. I have no idea. I would love to know about my $3,000 snack budget. That'd be really cool. Paul Myra says, been by your side, but if you start claiming ignorance is $3,000 on this $3,000 snack deal, we're going to have a problem, sir. And I have a feeling I have plenty of knuckleheads behind me. Not the knuckleheads. Who said I support you by watching? Oh, S. Fontaine says, sorry, I support you by watching. Yeah. You will never, ever find me not appreciating any and every viewer.
He constantly bans trolls and says, goodbye. This is the last free chat you'll get from me. Oh my goodness. He hates his, that's the thing, is he hates his audience as well. He's always hated his audience because they're ugly and fat and old. He wants like cool young audience that he can hit on and send him tit pics. But if you've seen anyone that watches Rekieta's show, they all look like blobfish, which is so funny because like they love the fat jokes. They enjoy the self-humiliation, I suppose.
I mean, some like people are assholes or whatever, and I might like engage and argue with them or something. But I appreciate everybody who comes and watches the show. So no one needs to send any money. No one needs to do any memberships. No one needs to do that.
Good,
it's just highly, highly appreciated. It is, shockingly, it is how I feed my family. Like that's true. It's been that way.
Look, I appreciate everyone. I don't need you to send me money, but I do feed my kids with it. So, if you don't want my children to go hungry, they used to have someone to provide for them. A man, I can't mention him because of legal reasons, but he used to cook SpaghettiOs, okay? But now I have to get Kayla to cook the pre-cooked eggs.
Since, the end of 2018, I think September of 2018 was when I talked to Lady Rackets and I said, hey, I think I can.
So I talked to my wife about 6 years ago. I'm a pretty faithful husband, as you know. No, okay. It's been disingenuous. Let's see what he's saying.
I think I can make a living doing YouTube, but I'm going to have to, stream every day and stuff on YouTube. And
most people work every day.
Problem with the algorithm is I'm not around personally streaming enough.
No, it's not. It's not. Jim doesn't stream, like, what does he stream? Like once every 4 months? Every single stream, over 10,000 people, thousands of dollars, because people love him, because he's entertaining, because he's funny. The casino, who you've been talking about, the king of the sectors, right? They go on month-long breaks because they get too much money and they have to go get drunk in Disneyland. Their audience shows up. Your audience doesn't show up, it's because they don't like you. It's simple as.
To have it, really push it and I'm not streaming at a consistent enough time where people know Nick's going to be streaming at this time. Once I get that locked down, I
streamed at lunchtime the last time I streamed, and I'm streaming at midnight my time now. 800 people. Just give the people what they want. The hot topic of the day is Jeremy being a flaggot, a cuckold, and crashing out. I knew that. That's why the stream is based around this. And I knew that Nick was also a cuck, and they fit together very well because they're just like one of them's fat and one of them's skinny. The thing is, Nick would take that as a compliment. He's like happy to be the skinny cuck. It's really that simple. You just put on a show that people want to watch, and they'll show up.
A feeling things will start to normalize a little bit. But a whole lot has changed in the past couple of years. A whole lot has changed. A lot of my friends, their streaming numbers are very much suppressed.
No, they're not suppressed. This is absolute cope. This is like weapons grade copium. All of his friends that complain about being suppressed, watch their streams. They're garbage. That's what it is. Help, I'm under attack. YouTube is hiding my stream, guys. I'm under attack. No. Maybe get some new content.
And part of it is algorithmic. I think another part of it, though, is that a lot of the audiences we've enjoyed for many, many years are tired.
Yes. Okay, wait, there's a moment of clarity here. Wait a minute. Maybe they're bored of what I'm selling? So evolve.
They get worn out. They really get worn out by the drama and the fighting between creators, and it really discourages people.
Really? They're worn out. Like you were talking about how the Kino Casino, the king of the sector, that nobody does it better than them, that you envy their audience of 6,000, 7,000, sometimes even 10,000 people. The only thing they talk about is drama. I mean, maybe they would argue differently, but that, in my opinion, that's what it is all about. They love people love drama, and guarantee you that tomorrow, when they go live and talk about Jeremy, it's going to be one of their biggest shows of to date. Guaranteed. I know that because my show is doing very well today, and it's the same topic essentially. It's really that simple. If people hated drama, they wouldn't be so successful. This is such cope. And Nick loves drama. His entire channel is based on drama. He just doesn't want to admit it.
Bitcoin says, no, problem was you did drugs, a lot of drugs. Yeah, I know. But because of that, YouTube's algorithm doesn't know that. It has no idea. But what it does know is that I stopped streaming on a regular schedule, and then I stopped streaming entirely. And then when I came back, my streaming is erratic, and the topics haven't been of a consistent nature, and it's not at a consistent time. Like those are major.
If you know the problem, why can't you fix it?
Things. But I have, I have a family, and our schedule in life changed dramatically through all of this, and went through a lot of
the absolute fucking audacity of how privileged this person is. He doesn't want to put a consistent schedule because, oh, well, I don't want to. Oh, my family's pretty busy. Do you know that every fucking family in the world has people usually two parents going out and working 8 hours a day, the same 9 to 5 every fucking day, because they have to put food on their table for their kids. You have the luxury to have this incredible amount of oil money coming in monthly to support your degenerate lifestyles, and you can't put in a simple 5-hour workday the same day, same time every day. Get some fucking help. Like, holy shit. Oh my goodness, I can't stream the same time every day because I gotta drive my daughter to violin lessons. Oops, it's a different time every day. Who knows what's going to be next? Why'd you sign her up for that? These are choices you made. Take some responsibility for it. If you really want to be if you just want to goof around, that's fine. If you just want to fuck around and find out, that's fine. But don't have the audacity to say that you want to put in a full day's work, but you can't because of somebody else's fault. It's your fault.
A lot of iterations. Our school year is almost done. Hoping that this summer will be a nice time to set the consistency bar.
Okay, so you just got to work summers from now on? What is that, like 4-6 weeks a year? Well, oh my goodness, guys, I need a massage. I can't believe I worked 6 weeks in a row. Holy shit, I burn out, bro.
For me, and that can be a useful way to then,
I like this.
Like sort of a barometer to set our personal schedules as well. The Chairman Lamau, you may be right on this. You may be right, but...
Right, what did the Chairman Lamau say? The algo wants retention time on videos as well. Not necessarily. Where there are ads every 5 minutes on a 3-hour replay, a lot of people will not watch the whole replay because I think it hurts your algo. No, it's not. This is not true. You can make money with short form content. You can make money with long form content. You can make content with anything. People will watch it if it's good, if it's entertaining. The ads, like, it's not going to affect people. Like the way that YouTube does it is that they serve ads to people that they think will watch them, and they serve less to people that skip over them. And most people have maybe not most people, but a lot of people have premium, like myself, where I never even see ads except for when I happen to be logged out of my account that has premium as of today. This is like the first time it's been an issue in forever. This is absolute garbage and absolutely not true. This person knows nothing. And let's see if Nick actually calls this guy out on what he's saying. If you're watching a YouTube video and it's got one ad every minute and it keeps playing them, it's because YouTube thinks you're a cattle. You're a sheep that'll watch every ad. It's because a lot of boomers just turn on this show and they never skip the ads because they think it's like TV. And that's how you make a lot of money from these like long live streams.
The Chairman Lamau, you may be right on this.
No, he's not.
You may be right, but the retention time has been pretty similar to what it's always been. But
by the way, I'll just clarify this. So there was something that came, like, Jeremy did talk about this, but I didn't make it into one of my shows. He was talking about shorts and how this is his new like greener pasture, and that's why he's making 150 shorts. And it's in a clip for the Jeremy stuff in the the Kiwi Farms. And Melanie talks about how shorts are paying more now. What happened is that YouTube has equalized the watch time payout per video. What this means is that a 1-minute video with 10 million views with 100% watch time makes the same amount of money as a 10-minute video. Wait, did I say this right? A 1-minute video with 10 million views makes the same amount of money as a 1 million view 10-minute video, okay? As long as it's the same watch time, it's the same payout. Now, the thing is that shorts are usually 30 seconds and people watch them for 15 seconds or 5 seconds and skip. But provided that they do watch the content as long as your other content, like as long as something else, it will make the same amount of money. That's how it works. That's the new formula. So it doesn't matter if you make a 10 million, it doesn't matter if you do a 10-hour live stream. It doesn't matter if you do a 10-minute videos. What matters is, are people watching it or not? That's the only thing that matters. And obviously you'll have different strategies. So Sean is gaming the system, yeah, with his like fucking 8-hour modeling streams. He's figured out the secret sauce. But that's how it goes. So you can either do like a really long video where a few people watch it, or a lot of short videos where lots of people watch it. It's really up to you. You can do anything you want to do. It's totally up to you.
So my problem is this. YouTube has an automated ad placer. When I finish a stream that's 4 hours long, for example,
secrets is memberships.
YouTube has to process the stream and will then place the ads. Its placement of ads is wildly aggressive.
So this is absolute cope. When you set up a live stream, you have 3 options for monetization on ads. You can have no ads. You can have the manually insert ads during the live stream where you press a button. So every 10 minutes you can take a break and play an ad break. And it won't play an ad for a person that isn't going to watch the ad, but it will play it to people that it thinks will watch the ads. Or there's the feature that Nick is using, and it's called the automatic ad placement feature. And you have 3 options for this as well. You have few ads, medium ads, and extreme ads. Now, Nick is probably using the medium ads, but some people have been reporting that he's getting ads from him every 1 minute. So it may be that he's so desperate that he's kicked into extreme ad overdrive and claiming ignorance about this feature. Now, he's also going to say, well, I guess I'll let it play out. But he's actually going back into the studio and complaining about placing ad breaks. It takes like 1 minute. Like you can wait after you finish a live stream, about 5 minutes after you've finished, you can make your own personalized ad spots. The algorithm also picks up spots it thinks that people will watch, where it's usually gaps in speaking, because it picks up on like there being a gap in a sentence, like a pause, and it puts one in there so it doesn't cut sentences in half. Scarebro with another 5 says, Nick is a boomer. The algorithm likely has some awareness of Nick's public profile and how acceptable he is on the platform. Even Grok knows. It doesn't, though. That's the thing. The only reason that Nick isn't getting views is because he's not entertaining and because his content isn't competitive. He is marketing himself as a lawyer in a lawyer space, and he can't compete with people like Emily DeBaker or Melanie Little because their secret sauce is that they talk about the law. When people go into a Nick stream and they see him talking about Kurt or they see him talking about Aaron and it's called Law Splaining the Interwebs, RekietaLaw, they're like, what the fuck is this? I've been fooled. And people hate it when you clickbait them. You can have a salacious title like, it's over for Nick Rekieta, but you have to deliver on it. There's a difference between clickbaiting and click blessing people. If people if you trick people into your stream, but they have fun, there's nothing wrong with it. Oh, they see the ambulances are coming to take me away because I'm giving away all the secrets. And like controversial channels get popular all the time. Like, do you think that Meat Canyon is more or less controversial than Nick? I mean, maybe in the content, right? Not their actual like private lives. But this is it's absolute cope that Nick thinks that he's being suppressed because of his past actions or anything. No, it's simply because the only people that are watching him are the leftovers that will watch him through thick and thin. He could probably shoot one of his children in the street in Minnesota, and the same 400 people would show up because they just don't care. They're so invested in Nick and they're giving so much money to Nick at this point, they can't quit him. It's a lost bus fallacy, but for a YouTuber.
But it takes time for it to process that stream and place those ads. I get done streaming. I'm usually streaming up to the point of either I need to go to bed right away or I need to go do something right away. One of those two things is generally happening. And that's why my stream ends. I like streaming. I think it's fun. I love hanging out. I love talking about stuff.
I love seeing it chat.
This week, I've been like coming off of some trials. I'm like, God, what should I even
not
talk
muted,
about?
I don't believe you.
And coming up with topics is always a challenge. It's the number one streaming challenge, in my opinion, is coming up with good topics and for a compelling show. But like,
that's the only challenge and the only thing that's really important. He's like the one important thing. man, you know, this live streaming is great, but have you guys thought about how you pick up topics? I mean, and he's so easy to, because all he has to do is turn on law and crime and copy whatever they're talking about. The job basically does the work for him, and he's still too lazy to do it.
Holy shit, where did I cite that? Oh yeah, the ad thing, just in general.
This one is actually a scathing one. He's not webcammed. He's using a 50 megapixel camera to shoot a 230 by 240 frame. Fuck you. I am actually using the Sony A7S III, which is a big fucking mistake. I'm probably burning up my sensor for it, but it's fine.
If I would love to have it automatically place ads like every, like, you know, an ad every 6 or 7 minutes maybe, or like.
What you do, you finish your live stream, you go into the studio, ad placement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's that easy. If he's doing like a 6-hour live stream and doing a clip every 10 minutes, oh my goodness, guys, I have to click 6 times per hour. Oh, I wish there was something. There's got to be a better way. Oh my goodness, there's got to be a better way. That's clicking almost 40 times. Oh my goodness, I would love to. Never mind. 9 minutes or 12 minutes. I don't know. There's not an easy way to do that. Yes, there is.
I wish there was. It would.
Yes, there is.
It would be way better. I do not like that it goes and it loads up all those ads.
It only does that if you select that option. He could play no ads during his live stream and then put the ads back manually at 9-minute intervals if you so choose to do so. But he can't do that because over 50% of his income is now coming from watch time alone. That is a disaster if you're a live streamer. Like if you're getting like, it's like you want to be like 20 or 30%. If it's not, because he's literally subjecting his audience to all of these ads because it's the only thing that brings it. It's the big breadwinner. Is not people donating, not people supporting him, not people wanting to send him money so he has a great day or super chat him so that he feels good or so that he does a toast or that so his kids can eat SpaghettiOs or pre-cooked eggs. It's just background noise boomers that are shitting their pants wherever they're watching on their iPhones that their kids gave them. Very sad, very sad.
But there's this time gap between when I'm done and when the ads are actually placed and changeable.
So what YouTube does is it selects the best places with retention gaps. So there is like better placed ads automatically. But again, it only plays ads for you if it thinks you'll watch them.
And then I have to like go in and manually delete them, which is super fucking annoying.
No, you don't have to do that at all.
Like I wish I could just be like, hey, just like place the ads like every 9 minutes or something. That'd be great.
You could do this actually as well. Like this would only require clicking the mouse once every 9 minutes. And all he has to do is go into ads, manually placed during live stream, and then set a timer. And every time the timer goes off, or if it vibrates or something, add. That's all it does. But apparently clicking once every 9 minutes is much too much work for this man.
YouTube does some sort of ad shit, whether you have it on or not.
This is Hambly tier cope. This is Hambly tier lazy. It's weapons grade copium.
But of course I keep the ads on. Very rarely do I turn them off. But
he's subjecting his audience to ads.
They're a decent chunk of revenue. I mean, they just are.
Over 50%, eh?
The thing is, like, I don't mean how this is going to sound, but if the income from super chats and memberships and stuff were high enough, I would turn off ads entirely.
Look, chatters, if you weren't lazy, freeloading parasites, I would turn off the ads. This is DSP tier. Like, this is DSP maxing. He's like some horrible amalgamation of both quartering and DSP. I would love to turn off the ads if I could, chat, but there's just not enough support. When you get some gifts.
I don't know. Maybe I'll do a couple weeks.
Can you provide some tips to Nick? Oh, sorry. Can you provide some tips so I can be as cool as Nick? He is so cool. I would say just don't do cocaine. And if you have to do cocaine, don't give it to children. That would be my advice. Probably pretty successful advice if I'm going to tell the truth about it.
And turn off ads and see that people would, pick up the thing. If people would like that and want to do it, I'm happy to do that. This is my job. I do have to make money doing it.
I got to get that support.
If I don't make money, I have to go make money somewhere else, and I get to do this less. So, yeah, Chairman Matt Lamau.
Again, if you want to make money, I love what you do. Don't turn them off, but there are too many. And I think it hurts retention, which hurts recommendations from the algo. I'm on your side here. So Chairman Lamau is a sheep that plays like one ad every minute because YouTube knows he's lazy. And now he's trying to complain to Nick to fix his problem for it.
Believe me, I never take these types of conversations as combative. I take them as constructive and getting it. This is very good feedback for me.
Yeah, the show's definitely improved over the years due to this feedback.
And I always want people to be candid about stuff like this. And when people like just talk to me, when people just like say, hey, this is my experience with it. It's a really like good way for me to engage something that's pretty important. So thank you. Like I'm not trying to be combative in any way. I'm just explaining to you like my frustrations with the ad system. YouTube, here's the thing though. And here's the reality about the system.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
The reality about the system is that YouTube cares about ads a whole lot. Super chats don't make YouTube anywhere near the money that ads do. It's not.
They don't make anywhere near the money they used to make for viewers either.
And close. It is not anywhere close. I mean, for streamers, it's way different. The balance for streamers, way different. YouTube, their ad revenue is what matters to them.
Yes.
And so that's why they push them all over the place and everywhere they can find. And that's why they're very aggressive.
But you select where the ads are on your live stream. If you're using the automatic features, you can't very well complain. The solution is just to click once every 9 minutes or 10 minutes, or even every 15 minutes if you love your audience so much you don't want to subject them to the horrors of ads. It's literally that simple. Use the feature. You don't want to because you're lazy. Look, if you get the drinking bird that can click the button every 9 minutes or some shit, boom, boom. Maybe hire an employee.
In their advertisement placement.
Why don't you get your wife to click the button every 9 minutes? That's more work than she's used to. Is that too much for her?
That's just how it is. I'm happy to compensate against that. I'm just lamenting that there aren't better, simpler ways to kind of make a reasonable balance for me that don't require so much like menial backroom work.
He was going to say backbreaking, but then he caught himself. Oh my God, chat. I wish I could make some more money, but this menial backbreaking ad placement after a stream, it's oh shit. Like there's suffering. There's real suffering. You got you forklift operators, you truck drivers, you laborers, nurses, hospice workers, where most of Nick's audience takes place in. I mean, I know you'd be working on your feet all day, but like, have you tried placing ads on a YouTube video after a live stream? The processing takes 30 minutes. You can't even place the ads right away. It's so interrupting. Oh my goodness. Backbreaking labor.
Because I
mean, I guess for Nick, it would be backbreaking labor. Or, I mean, maybe it is actually really strenuous for him because his fingers are fucking get blown out by the B12 deficiency from the whippets. Who knows? Scarebro says, with another $5. Crazy Scarebro says, I really want this feedback so I can engage in gaslighting you. That's how it's not my fault. This is what he's doing. It's the tacit plea for donations where he doesn't want to ask for donations because it's cringe to ask for money unless you do it in a funny way, which is only PPP is good at asking for money. Everyone else that does it fails at like joking about asking for money, but pay has figured it out and nobody really understands it. Maybe that's just his special aura or something. Who knows?
That is it's such a waste of productivity for me to go in and manually delete out all these ads. And that's what I have to do on those streams. If I'm like keeping some ads, not others, I have to go through and manually delete each ad slot that YouTube has placed. And as you know, there's a whole bunch of them. And it's like, I wish I could just do like set a thing up and just say, go do that. But it doesn't work that way. Please understand, that's my commentary is like, I get it.
Now I understand why he's hiring 2 people to make clips of his garbage show. This guy's too lazy to even click ads.
I would be happy to.
His content is talking about ads.
I'd be happy to remove ads if we could come to an arrangement. We're some good guys. We could come to an arrangement, and I'd be happy to do that. But like at this moment, at this point, You know, I'm not really confident that the exchange would happen, so to speak, if that makes sense.
It's ads, brand
But I'd
ads.
be willing to test it. I'm 100% willing to do that. And if you guys are telling me that the ads are messing
The chatters gaslight him into losing half of his income for one of his days. That's very funny.
with the ads are messing with the experience to the point of people will stop or people do stop watching, then you know I'm happy to figure that out. I'm happy to figure that out. I don't want people to not want to watch. Now I have a whole other conversation to have with Rumble, a whole different conversation to have with Rumble, because I would love to figure out how to recapture the Rumble audience. And like, I don't know if people...
There is no Rumble audience. The only audience you had on Rumble were the people you dragged kicking and screaming from YouTube. That's why they gave you money, because you were trying to capture their audience from away from YouTube. There is no Rumble audience. That's why you can't get anybody to watch.
Haven't gotten, like, notifications aren't going out, or I'm not getting distributed,
the notification
or
code.
Like hate me and think I'm a monster or whatever. And that's fine too. Like, I get it. But like figuring that out, because Rumble used to be very active. But
no, when you had 10,000 people on your live stream and half of them came over to Rumble, then it was active. There was never any organic growth on Rumble for you. Now, for some people, there is, surprisingly, like Russell Brand or that Darkins guy that Quartering Wish was in his wife instead of on the front page of Rumble, and maybe some others. But you never had organic growth on Rumble. This does not exist. It was only the YouTube people that you brought. That's the only marketable thing you had. And that's why you didn't get the contract to come back, because you weren't bringing more people over. And that's why you'll never get a contract again from Rumble. Also because Rumble's falling apart as a company. But that's another story for another
since
day.
we're talking on this subject right now, Rumble has never, ever produced much audience participation for me.
See there you go.
Which I don't know what that is. Even when people were
nobody's in the chat, nobody's participating. What, I don't know what's going on here, Kat. It's because nobody's watching.
Just throwing money on YouTube. The Rumble income has never been, like, from the chat participation has never been high at all. And I don't know why. It doesn't make sense.
No one is in the chat. That's why.
It was
Rumble's numbers are fake.
Never proportional audience wise. Not even comparing. If I had a stream of 2,000 YouTube viewers, 2,000 Rumble viewers, the income on YouTube would have been 20 times the Rumble income regularly.
So all you're saying here, because you'd be surprised how equivalent cross-platform income actually is, because they're competing with each other, right? Like Twitch is competing with YouTube, they're competing with Kick. It's all fairly standard, like with some deviation. Obviously, you get bigger portions and stuff, but like the actual money that's coming in is fairly consistent. If you have the same audience on Rumble as you do on YouTube, and you have 20% of the support, 20% of the participation, 20% of the comments, oh, sorry, a 20th. What is that, like? Never mind, shouldn't do math on chat. Was that 5%? That means that it's fake. It's fake numbers. Willing to do does not equal doing it. Weasel words. Very true, Scarebro. For a 2.
I don't know why that is. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I know it like right at the beginning, because I was pretty early into Rumble, and early on, you had to do like all this weird verification. People just didn't.
This is Nick's only trick: is coming fast, being the first person and getting before any competition shows up.
Trust doing Rumble rants. I think most of that's gone now, but that was an issue early on. Changed, or that impacted things.
All right, that's as much Rekieta as I can take for today. But thank you very much, chat. Absolutely gorgeous chat. The best chat. The best. We'll play some tax-free for you because we hit the goal. Huge support for the stream. Suffer cuck Rekieta, suffer cuck Jeremy, and what else can I say? But I like money.
Yeah. I like money, though. I like money. Oh, I like money.
Did you hear me? It is tax-free. My Zammies, my hookers, my super chats too. Hit that button, cause every single super chat I got it tax-free. Tax-free. Take out your pill bottle, shake your pills, shake your pills, because it's gonna be tax-free. 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 Tell your wickers that we got it. Tax-free in my little tin shack. Cats flying in tornadoes. Gun flopping up and down, let's get the guns out. Gun, 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 gun. Shake it around when it's tax-free. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. It's a tip, so it's tax-free. But wiggle, you best not fold the bullshit, because these super chats, they all tax-free. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Yo, Faith, don't make me say it. Squeeze. Child support. Faith, it's tax-free. Compass sneed, cause it's tax-free. That's right, bitch. Now kiss my Gucci hat. I said kiss it. It's authentic, bitch. It's time to gun out. Shake your gun like you mean it. Squeeze.